What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Hold on, let
Sad.
me. I don't have the
Sad.
saw, dude.
Fuck yeah, bro.
There we go. That's the one we needed.
Can you guys hear that pour?
Wonderful.
Does it sound like football?
Sounds like football to me. Sup, guys?
Fuck
Football's
yeah.
on. This is a nice commercial for Lowe's so far. Valish in the house. What's up, Valish?
Hi, Valish.
Valish gets a ranch.
About
Yeah, dude. I didn't even see the kickoff. Who got the ball?
Green Bay. They scored immediately.
Really? Already scored before we got live, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they ran down.
I'm losing in fantasy by 50 points basically because I didn't start. I still got Rodgers in it, but I left Antonio Brown in like an idiot, dude. And then also,
Did he not play?
no, he didn't play. He's out. And
Shit.
and San Francisco is down to like their third string running back. They brought in TJ Yeldon. They brought in another like older, bigger name that I forgot who. They brought in TJ Yeldon and like a couple other guys to come train this week. They got a couple, I think, rookies or at least people making their debuts this week with San Francisco. They got that Jacuzzi guy. I forgot his name. Jazuki or I don't remember the guy's name. The guy with all the J's and Z's in his name.
Yeah, weird.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm not even gonna attempt to fucking say that.
I forgot. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. I honestly don't even think I've ever heard it.
That's not when you guess. You have somebody tell you. That's how that.
Exactly. Not gonna work there anymore. Remember that from Office Space?
Uh-huh.
It's how
I
hard.
fucking love that movie.
How hard is it? Naeem Najad. How hard is the name? Naeem Najad.
Alex Mack.
Oh, I saw the kick at the end and assumed that was a point after, but they just got a field goal.
What I don't understand is how did the Raider game get so out of hand? Like the game was like, I feel like they were tying the game at like 22, or I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that game was a crazy back and forth.
Yeah, it was like 17-24, and then the game ended up 28-28 into overtime. It's like, oh, fuck. Luckily, Raiders got it. Thank God. 3-0.
Yeah,
You know,
Right? Fucking crazy.
I remember.
I don't know that. Did they ever start 3-0 in Oakland? Like,
I mean, I feel like not since I've been. I feel like one year we started 3-0. Like the first year,
Oh, almost.
maybe
Damn, big
maybe
loss.
Amari Cooper's
Fuck.
first year, maybe.
There's a big loss there. For those just curious to watch this, what we're doing is we're just watching Sunday Night Football and
talking shit about it.
talking shit about it.
And other things.
Yeah.
But mostly us.
Yeah. Burning all
Oh,
of
yeah.
our
He tried-
burning all of
He
our
tried to
Tuesday
fucking make
material.
something out of that. Twice.
Yeah, he tried, but yeah, it did not
son of a
go
bitch.
well.
Oh, there we go. Nice catch. I think
Wow.
Rodgers shook off whatever was, whatever funk was still in his head from the off season.
Yeah.
And or maybe somebody sat him down and they were like, "You want to know what the going rate is for a quarterback that can't throw fucking touchdowns?" And he was like, "All right, I'll go fucking throw some touchdowns." But either way,
maybe he
looked
has to create
better
that
last
thing.
week.
Create that thing to make him play harder.
Maybe. Especially that's one of those things that, like, some of it is age related, right? Like your drive and your, like, you just physically have less testosterone. You know what I'm saying? You're not so crazy about, like, I got to be fucking number one. But also, like, once you've been the best enough times, it's like, it's you know what I'm saying? Like for Tom Brady, he's gonna keep doing it because he wants the full legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants unquestionably for everybody to know that he was the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Because he's got a sickness in his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't not do that. So, like, he stayed in long enough to beat Drew Brees' fucking yardage record, and Drew Brees threw 5,000 yards like every season he fucking played. You know what I'm saying? So, like, obviously he wants to go out like, I own all of the records, top to bottom. It's all fucking me. But there are very few people who will keep on going at that level mentally and physically, just because, like, at some point, I did it. You know, like, there's none of the anticipation. There's none of the, like,
Yeah, game over.
like, you've done it.
You've done it.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over. You've done it. But yeah,
Dude, Soul Joel's was packed the night of the Ryan Joseph and William Montgomery show with Louis J. Gomez. I love how Louis J. is starting to put, like, his girlfriend Natalie Cuomo on everything too. It's hilarious. I should date Louis J. Gomez.
You should. It would be good for your career. I mean, the match is there, you know.
You know, I don't have a date yet, but apparently I'm going to open for Sam Tripoli soon in San Diego.
I want it to be clear. Are you?
Yep.
That's fucking awesome.
I talked to him for about 30 minutes the other night about it.
Shit. That's fucking amazing.
He's like, you gotta get yourself there, and I don't know how much I can pay you. I was like, dude, I just need the stage time, dog.
Yeah, I'll fucking get there. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll take you. All right, I'm gonna stream the game.
It seems like the 49ers, they're not giving him any time at all to make any decisions back there.
No, and also, like, Jimmy Garoppolo is not great.
See, I want to think he is because he played behind Tom Brady for
That
so
doesn't mean
many.
shit.
I know, but dude, Aaron
Do
Rodgers
you know
sat
the
behind
list of
Brett Favre
quarterbacks
for
who
how many
played behind
years?
Tom Brady because he played fucking the whole time?
Yeah.
There's probably like 15 quarterbacks that are on the same list that Garoppolo is on. Like, I don't think it means shit that he studied it. Like, he's not good. He hasn't
Yeah.
shown that he's got any sort of level of talent. Like, everybody just assumes like, oh, but Belichick drafted him to be his great replacement. But like, have you seen the Patriots recently? I don't think Belichick knows what the fuck he's doing anymore.
Dude,
So,
I used to be the guy that would say, what if it was just Belichick this whole time and, like, could have been any random quarterback? But, dude, obviously that wasn't the case.
I
Yeah.
talked the same shit, and we were fucking wrong.
Yeah.
It was Tom Brady the whole time, son of a bitch.
Nah.
Oh, damn. That'd like to have been bad.
If anything, maybe Belichick was even holding them back because he's got the not that you can really hold back somebody with all those years of experience and and winning all those Super Bowls, but like he's essentially the play caller. Maybe he's like fucking tight ass with his play calling.
Yeah, you can tell that at Tampa Bay, Brady's doing what the fuck he wants.
Oh,
like
yeah.
somebody's calling
Oh,
plays, but then he is running the play that he wants to. And a lot of times it's the same play, but not always.
Wow.
That was a great fucking catch.
Dime.
Maybe is that Tanyan?
That's what I'm
Damn
talking
it,
about.
not.
He's doing that. He was not doing anything like that in week 1.
Hey,
There was nothing impressive about anything.
That's a fucking
Rodgers
high
did in
school
week
pass
1.
right there, dude.
That was beautiful.
That's a fucking high school football play.
What was that, like 40 yards? 30, 35, 40 yards? Nice play.
well, you guys are ahead of me slightly, but it's okay.
Oh, no. It should be the opposite. You're fucking closer.
Yeah, it's got to pipe
'cause
all the
that's
way
how-
out here to us.
Because that's how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to pipe all the way out here to me.
Yep.
Got a beam on over.
Give you a piping.
My granddad used to say that when he was watching like my grandma would be watching like soap operas or not, or like sitcoms or something. All that laughing just piped in, all that laughing.
Yeah, it's true though.
It is. I've seen the pipe.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. I protested the pipeline.
They ran it right through
Ooh,
my
nice stiff
Yeah.
grandma's fucking burial ground.
How dare they pipe in all that laughter through these indigenous peoples' land?
Yeah, he like lifted that guy and then threw him to the ground, all face, hand to face. That was
the old.
It's interesting.
Stiff arm.
It's interesting that like there is a rule in football that applies to everybody but the runner. Like nobody is allowed to touch the face mask. It's like holy territory. But a runner can be like, put their full weight into your fucking face and stuff you. It's fine.
Damn, dude. Yeah. I mean, if they grab and pull down, like that's a blatant. But if you stiff arming and
Yeah,
it just
but
gets in the
if you do that same thing to somebody on the line, that's hands in the face. If you do it to a quarterback, it's fucking roughing the passer.
Yep.
It's not allowed any but it's just part of the. But I mean, if you took that away, obviously running would be. That takes away half of the weapons that a runner has. It needs to be that way. It's just interesting that it is.
Well,
fucking A-Rod. Do you think he's upset like that he doesn't get to use that?
Maybe a little bit. I honestly think he's upset.
Do you think he ever calls
he doesn't
himself
get
that, like in private?
Probably. I mean, the sportscasters call him
J-Lo?
that. Everybody calls him, like sportscasters call him that too. You know, like yeah. I think he's upset that
This
he's
is
not
the one
getting
that
to
didn't do
hook
steroids.
up with Olivia Munn anymore.
That's true.
Business as usual for him. Well, it looks like
That's what I'm saying.
looks like you guys are.
Looks like he didn't on fucking Monday or first week.
Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna win the picks this week, or you are for sure, Gabe.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking all right.
Yeah, you had,
I don't wanna-
you had the
I don't
week
wanna dive
this week. I
into
had
it,
last week
'cause
so
we got-
far.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think fucking Mulaney's wife and A-Rod will end up hooking up just as like revenge?
Oh yeah, like a revenge, like the old Eric Clapton,
I've seen that porn.
George Harrison trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Swap
Yeah.
wives.
Uh-huh.
Netflix Bandit in the chat. Netflix Bandit's gonna come and hang out with me this weekend. He's gonna go to
Pack.
help me pack. Go to one of my gigs tomorrow before Kill Tony, and we'll be out. It's a little 5:30 to 8:30.
Nice.
And I think we're gonna try to go get some seafood on Tuesday. I live literally in the seafood capital of the world, and I never like take advantage of that.
Nice. That was a nice Broncos pick. Yeah. Fuck, Gabe. You handled that center slot.
Yeah. Well, I was
Same.
specifically meaning of just this game right here because I'm the only one that picked the 49ers in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not over.
It's not, but dude, this
Shanahan's
early
got
on-
some tricks in his book. Like he won't get blown out, but obviously Garoppolo is not anywhere near the talent that Rodgers is, and Rodgers can just run down the field. Like if he, you know what I'm saying, if he wants to,
Yeah.
he can pick your defense the fuck apart.
ooh, Seinfeld's going to be on Fallon this week. That'll be fun.
Hey. It's like an irrelevant comic talking to an old irrelevant comic.
I love Seinfeld, dude. I don't care what anybody says. That last special he released, I loved it.
I did too, honestly.
I loved
And,
it
you
so
know what?
much.
And I loved it. I loved it, and because I loved it because it was good, but also because like I felt like my parents would like it. So like I watched it through the eyes of my parents, and I'm like, yeah, it's good. It was good. That's basically how I defined it for some reason. Funny stuff.
Funny cops. See, I just want to see him move the ball. One, because I want to be the guy who picked the winner that you two picked the loser. That's mainly what I want right here. But I don't know. I think there's something to that. He came in and where was it that he went? Jimmy G, before he went somewhere after New England, and has it been San Francisco this whole time?
Who? Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah.
No, he's been there the whole time.
Maybe it
He
was
went
where he
from,
took that team. He took them to the playoffs, had like a killer season. I think I had him in fantasy on my bench,
Dog,
and he just went off like every week, it seemed.
Dog, you thinking of?
I know. I'm thinking of Jimmy
Alex
G.
Smith?
No. I'm thinking of Jimmy G. That's why I'm asking. Has he been at San Francisco the whole time? Because he went somewhere after he left the Patriots.
The
And
Broncos, right?
It might have been. I honestly can't remember.
No, he didn't go to the Broncos. No, he went
could
directly
have
there.
been.
He went directly there. He got injured his first year, torn ACL or something like that. I think he did have like a decently monster.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, what?
He
Yeah,
almost
fuck is
fucking-
right, Jimmy G.
Yeah, yeah. That's not the first stat you want on the board.
Mm-mm.
He almost threw an interception, son of a bitch. And on it, like he threw an interception. The defender just didn't catch it.
Yeah, those pesky tips.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, actually, no, it didn't even get tipped.
Oh
I
no,
thought it got tipped by his player.
it was just no, it was right into fucking linebacker. Or it might have been a fucking DB. I don't know. I don't know what anybody plays.
Yeah, man, I couldn't do that shit. Only play I ever had in my football career. The only positive thing I ever did was break up a pass one time. Threw my hand up, knock that shit down.
Nice.
It's the only positive thing I've ever done.
In your life,
Mm-hmm.
the rest has
Yep.
been
Everything
real
else just
fucking
shit.
negative. And like you felt it in that moment. You're like, this is it. It's all gonna be downhill after this.
Yeah, we're all going to shit then. You know what? I'm gonna take this. Let's see here. I'm gonna get this link. I'm gonna put it on Facebook. God, I got so many snooker recommendations on my YouTube now because I'm just watching snooker videos.
Snicker. That's that's pool with the small pockets and the bigger board.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pool, but it's a little bit different rules here. Copy.
That sounds very British. I'm assuming it's
It
British
is.
in origin. Got
It
it.
is.
Snicker.
I'm pretty
Snicker.
sure that's the original origin of pool already.
Yeah, like pool came from that. That makes sense.
Let's see. Paste.
And then Americans were like, "We get it. We're just gonna do it sexier."
Come watch us talk about Sunday night football.
No.
When you guys type, when you capitalize the first letter, do you also type so fast that you capitalize the first two letters and always have to go back and fix the second letter because it's also
I
capped?
swipe.
I mean, like when you type, like when you keyboard type.
Oh. No. But I don't keyboard type a lot.
Post that on Facebook. Get some of them Facebook nerds in here. I don't ever utilize my Facebook. Yeah, Dave, you're thinking of the candy bar.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Valish's comment.
Oh.
Snickers. Yeah, Valish is also Valish is also going to come down to Myrtle
Snicker.
Beach before I leave.
Cool.
There's a he mentioned that in the comments. There's a who's that Quan? What's going on with him? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I got a couple more really fire gigs that are left before we head out. Got to start getting packed this week. A Raj. What if they called him A Raj?
Then it would just kind of sound like you're like, "Hey, Raj.
Hey, Raj.
Hey, Raj, come here."
Yeah, my uncle's name was Roger. Just, hey, Raj. That's all I can think about now. So I guess that's probably why they don't do it. Oh, look, Dave Sarah just went live.
Yes, sir. Let's see how long before I stay live.
Yeah.
See how long I stay live.
Tried to do that one night with the Harry Potters before the before video stuff in Discord.
Yeah.
Took me off in like 3 minutes.
Well,
but Twitch
that I can.
Twitch left it up.
Yeah, Twitch is more. I think YouTube has their filters, but I believe, like, I'm sure Twitch has the filters also. They obviously have it for music because it'll cut out that shit during the music. But like, I think for like live stuff, it takes them a little while to get to it because it's not, unless somebody flags it, you know. So I don't know. I am a little behind you guys though.
Yeah, just put it on.
Are you talking about the
Put
game?
it on NBC, man. Just turn it on channel NBC.
I don't have cable in this room.
Yeah, run cable in there, man. Get you a wire. Run you a wire in there.
Mm-hmm.
Run you a cable wire in there.
Right on over to your neighbor's box. They won't mind. They won't even notice.
Yeah, put it through the window. Commercials are a trip, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
When I stream stuff sometimes, like in the Discord, people will be like, "It's so wild," especially people who aren't from America. See American commercials.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, I'm loving it. I got $70 worth of fucking shit over here, and I'm looking at McDonald's French fries, thinking,
Yeah, did you have your pho?
No, I didn't. I ate both of the sushi rolls and some of the hibachi stuff, but everything comes separated. So like the juice and the noodles and everything is all separate. So it's like I can
You like make it fresh at home.
Yes, I can just leave it there, and I got the miso soup and
miso.
Yeah, I got the miso soup.
Miso. Oh shit.
Got chicken and the steak, hibachi stuff, and I pounded the sushi immediately because that's kind of what got me. That's what made me click that.
Cool.
Yeah, I really like this idea, by the way. This is this is something that I've always like. Just I always said that I would pay money to see comedians talk about just like call a fucking game. Like I would pay. Like, for instance, I thought of this during the Cubs when they were playing for the World Series. I would have paid money to watch Bill Murray and a few people call the fucking World Series. Like, wouldn't that be a great network, like the Comedy Sports Network? Kind of like All Things Comedy or whatever. Do it like online based and just do shit like this where you would have like different comedians that are into sports just like come in and do an episode this week where we do Sunday Night Football with fucking whoever. I've always thought that'd be a great idea and can't believe nobody's done that, especially Burr. He's such a sports head.
So the Comedy Sports Podcasting Network would obviously be CSPN.
Okay, well, we've just said that right now, so that is in the ether that we came up with that. You came up with that first, okay?
I mean, that's got it. Like, that's what that has to be, right?
Has to be CSPN, ESPN, 3SPN.
Is your microphone on the right microphone?
Who, me?
Me?
Discord? Yeah. Sounds.
We both said it. Which one of us?
Oh, Gabe. Check your microphone settings. I feel like it sounds like a potato all of a sudden. Like today.
Damn, Dave.
Damn potato.
God damn,
No, but
Dave.
I remember it sounding better before. I could just be mistaken.
Like, no, maybe it always sounded like shit. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, I'm looking.
You have any intentions of going to Skankfest, Gabe?
Of course I have intentions. Oh, fucking terrible.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, dude, you're right. That was audio coming from my fucking AirPods. So I'm sorry to anybody who had to hear that, because that must have been terrible.
Still sounds the same. Maybe you have to do there's the input and the output.
Yeah, not sure how familiar with Discord you are, but just the little cogwheel at the bottom, user settings, and then scroll down to app settings and click voice and video and your input device. Gift inventory. Oh, I have a 3-month gift to YouTube Premium
Is
from
this-
Discord. Yeah.
Is this so much better?
Wow,
Sorry.
dude.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Good call, Dave. Because
Yeah,
you
that
are
sounds-
correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
that must have
sounds like
been
an actual.
fucking terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds great now.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You know what's
All
funny
right,
is I
well.
did an entire podcast with some guys once with the same issues there. It kept cutting them out, and yeah, I didn't realize that the input was just incorrect. I didn't even think anything of it, man.
Oh, shit.
Bomb. Oh, pick.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Well, at least I get to see it coming beforehand. And bomb
Wow.
and picked. That's really good for me.
Oh, spoiler
but,
alert, Dave.
just-
He's going to throw a
We're
pick.
just far enough ahead to ruin it for you.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Dave. Here's
We're
going to be a
right before
replay. In
everything
a couple of
happens.
seconds, there's going to be a replay of everything that just happened.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Here it is. Look,
All right.
bomb,
Oops.
pig.
The
I'll try to delay my reactions a little bit now.
no, you're fine. It's not that big of a deal. It'll allow whoever's watching my stream, which is currently 0 people, to look up from whatever they're doing.
In time to see it.
in
Dave
time to
gets
see
it.
Perfect. Oh, you knocked him into it first time. Oops. That's unfortunate.
After that loss of yards.
Who scored the touchdown? Do we know?
Can't remember.
Who caught it?
Yeah, who caught the touchdown?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, it was Devontae Adams. I know
Mhm.
because I'm playing against him, and I'm fucked basically. I lost this week. It looks like in my big league. Man, my team is thin. Ooh, Pollard, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's a yeah.
Obviously, I root for people who get into the NFL from Clemson because I root for Clemson. But like, I love seeing somebody like Devontae Adams just absolutely star in the NFL after playing for somewhere like Fresno State. It's fucking amazing. Roddy White was another one like that. He played for fucking
Rowdy
UNLV, I think. It was some like Division II school, but just fucking balled out.
The yeah, I mean Derek Carr, he was a Fresno State guy. Fresno State
Oh, was he?
we were talking about this last week. Fresno State has always had this like sneaky good football team. And it's like they're like the UNLV of football almost. Except, you know, they never came close to winning a championship.
They'd have beat Oregon this year.
Wait, what?
They might have had if they had beat Oregon, they lost by 2 points, I think. But they almost beat Oregon, and then they beat UCLA. Yeah, absolutely. So if they had won that first game, they might legitimately have gotten into the playoffs.
I feel like they've been ranked before at like 25 or something like that. But they're like, dude, UCLA, this was supposed to be a really good year for UCLA, and they just go and fucking lose to Fresno State. Fucking
Right?
suckers, dude.
But I think legitimately that may be more about the talent at Fresno State than it is questions about UCLA. I mean, obviously they still should have not lost.
They should have won. It's a classic. It's a classic. Mm-hmm. This is what always happens. I think they play USC or they play a big team this week. Or they played a big Stanford team
this week.
They played. Okay, so they're like looking past Fresno State.
Yeah, yeah.
You know I mean, that's what always happens.
Absolutely.
So, you planning on at least coming down for Skankfest? Maybe just come hang out.
What are the dates?
Maybe we'll do a live 3SPN.
What are the dates?
November 5th
5,
through
6,
7.
7.
There's another one.
That's possible.
Wow.
Because we're talking about taking a trip out at some time before the end of the year, but we haven't set a date. So that's possible.
Wait, where do you live again?
I'm in Austin.
Oh, okay. You are in Austin.
Where are you at it? Where are you in Austin? Like, are you in Austin or are you like
No. I'm an hour north of the city.
So you're in like Georgetown?
No, I'm near Temple.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking now. I think around Manor, which is pretty close.
It's close to the city or close to where I am?
Close to the city. It's like 10, 15 out. Like it's between Pflugerville and Austin, kind of like.
Okay, that's if you want to. It's been a bitch. It really has, but I've got a family, and like
I don't mind that.
This is where I can afford to have a family. So,
right.
It is what, because we started looking much closer in the city, and it just wasn't real. So, anyway, it's but if you're going to spend every night downtown, being 15 to 20 minutes away versus an hour is way better.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm gonna go wherever I can play. But honestly, I haven't taken a break in so long. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to just take a fucking month off and just not do anything. Just go to comedy shows and do open mics and
Mhm.
Yeah, not do shit for
Yeah.
a while. There's still a lot of time left in this game, but I don't think it's going to end any differently than it's going right now.
It definitely feels one-sided for sure at this
Like,
stage.
nothing is happening for San Francisco.
It was only a 3.5 point spread.
Right? Dude.
It's, I think Green Bay is going to cover. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like they will cover.
Fresno State's ranked 18th right now. Obviously, these are all pre the real ranking, so they only mean so much. But they're 18.
Man, that's going to be an interesting segment on Tuesday, isn't it? Talking about this Saturday.
Yes.
Shit.
This weekend has been crazy across the board. Oh, that was almost a butt fumble. Oh, he's mad as fuck. That's amazing. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't almost throw the fucking ball into the right. I don't know if that was the running back or receiver crossing, but
Yeah.
you
So,
can't fucking do that.
yeah. Point spreads. I actually talked to Netflix Bandit about this the other night and realized that not a lot of people, ooh boy, they're just trying to give it away, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just all right. So if you don't bet a lot on sports, the point spread is the number that Vegas puts on the game that the team favored gets free points. So
basically, the assumption is that they're going to win by at least that many points.
yes, statistically, like on
That's
paper,
the-
like if this game, like
Yeah.
like if what do you call that? Like when they fake do something. Like what do you call that when they like run like a statistical outcome? Like you do it in a video game if you want to simulate. Like if they simulated.
That was a gnarly hit.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of shook his brains loose a little bit. Looked like.
But
Yeah,
if they simulated a mock, there you go, Netflix. Right. If they simulated a game, that's how much points whatever team would win by statistically. So in betting, if I wanted to take San Francisco with the points, then San Francisco could lose the game by less than 3.5 points, and I would still hit my bet. So that's
it's like a handicap.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what point spreads are.
Sports.
Speaking of which, what's that game? Well, tomorrow night's not gonna matter until then. But curious what the spread is tomorrow night. I can't remember. Bro, obviously this is another thing we'll obviously talk about again on Tuesday, but man, the Panthers look good.
We'll try not to have too much overlap.
Yeah, I don't want to. Right.
No, oddly.
Yeah.
I mean, given their competition, we'll see. But I mean, who's going to challenge them in their division?
Nope. Nobody.
I think the Saints are going to win some games this year, but again,
Yeah.
probably not against great teams. Or at the very least, not against teams that are trying.
Damn it, Wendy's. Damn it, Wendy's.
Have any of you guys ever microwaved bacon?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So I had never consumed bacon that way, but that's the way my wife is from a little podunk town in South Carolina, and like that's how they cook bacon. So
You ever do it in
She's
the
from
oven?
trailer.
oh
Oh yeah, the oven's the best. It takes forever,
this,
but it fucking comes out the best.
this is here's to you.
Yay. What is that?
It's fucking
Bacon dip.
pimento cheese.
Palmetto cheese.
Yeah. My fucking wife grew up on.
Yep. I'm not a big pimento cheese guy. Actually, there's a lot of things that are indigenous
I
to
never
this
liked it,
area that I'm not into.
Shit. Oh shit.
Yep.
I didn't think he was gonna come down with that. Wow. That's fucking impressive. And didn't
Yeah.
feel good at all. That
No,
shit
dude,
hurt.
there was nothing between him and the ground, dude. Like,
No. Coming completely up off of your feet in the air and then landing straight on your back. Fuck that. No, thank you. That shit hurts.
yeah.
And sometimes knocks the wind out of you, and then you're like, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yeah, you just try to pull air in and your lungs aren't ready for that yet. It's like, no, I'm good for right now. Oh, by the way, I don't know if we said this at all, but shout out Negator and Young Human for all of the intro things that we've done so
Yeah,
far.
fuck yeah. Hats off to both of you.
And thank Dave for making the video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, shout out Dave. Is that
If
an
you need
Orange
to be
Crush? Are you
attached to-
drinking an Orange Crush?
No, there's these micheladas, chelada, Bud
Oh.
Light chelada.
Nice.
And if you need me, I'll be attached to Sam Tripoli's balls.
Wow. Okay. 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 I could live with this.
Well, this drive is looking much better.
Yeah, and plus there's still plenty of time left in the half. 8 minutes is
Oh.
Ample amount of time for them to be able to score here and keep this game close. It's all right. I want y'all to go out there in the first couple of drives and play like you ain't never played before. Like you don't know what you're doing. Let them think they got us.
Like you don't know
And
who you
right
are.
when they get comfortable, I want y'all to turn it on.
Lay that smack down.
Open up that can of whoop ass on him. Oh, and he tried to open up a can of whoop ass to me, and I wouldn't let him. You remember that?
We need dogs.
Remember that water boy? He tried to open up a can of whoop ass to me. I wouldn't let him.
I feel like of all of Adam Sandler's movies that needed a sequel, it's got to be fucking Waterboy.
Oh man,
I wanna
Ooh,
see
plays the pros.
I want to see Waterman. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see the end of the story. I feel like
Yeah.
there's more to it, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to see
So-
that. I would have liked to seen a Little Nicky again, like it just because it was.
That was such a silly fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, all of his movies are silly, but that one was especially
Yeah.
ridiculous.
The most silly.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh,
But that came out when I was still like deeply in the church and shit, and like that shit was offensive because it was not
sure.
biblically correct.
Speaking of
Yeah, so
Wicked into church,
they've still got time, and also like Green Bay was rolling those first 2 drives, but then they punted and then gave it over on fucking downs at like the 4. So there's definitely momentum shifting in San Francisco's direction. What were you going to say about Church?
There's a show on Netflix called Midnight Mass that's made by the same people that did Hill House and Bly Manor, The Haunting.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty fucking good.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Okay. All right. I'm going to check that out.
It's called Midnight Mass. I think it's pretty neat. It's like reminds me of my family, like just how people act back where I'm from, probably where you're from.
Oh yeah.
Church people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude. They're moving the ball, man. This is nice. That's a nice little. Dude, it seems like every time we turn around, there's some Green Bay player on the ground, right?
Yeah, laid out.
Did you guys see that 68
Whoa.
68-yard field goal attempt by Matt Prater that got taken back for a touchdown?
So, yes, which was amazing, but then did you see the 66-yard field goal that was made?
Yeah, I did.
That's fucking
Is that
nuts.
the longest? Is that the longest in
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
history?
Yeah, I think 64 was the record before that,
Yeah.
or 63.
Prater tied that a couple years ago in Denver. I remember that.
Okay.
64, yeah. So it was Prater who hit it, right?
Yeah,
Who
I think
hit
so.
it? Yeah, against and they lost to the Jags, right? Or well,
No, that was no.
no. That was Justin Tucker who hit it. Justin Tucker in the,
Okay,
in the
that's what it was,
Baltimore
yeah.
game.
I don't know fucking
Dude,
kickers
I
names.
went up against Justin Tucker in fucking fantasy. The guy scored 18 points for the kicker.
That's gnarly. That's
Fucking
gnarly.
A. The game ended up
Yeah,
like
so
19.
he that won them the game. That was the
66-yarder to win them the game. Sick.
yeah. It's fucking gnarly. It was amazing. It was a great ending.
What are your guys' opinions on kicking on field goals? Like, do you think it's a necessary part of the game?
Yeah.
Well,
I like it. I'm just asking. I like it.
anything that can add a variable to the score is positive. Because it just adds an extra element. You know what I'm saying? So like if it was just 7 points, like every time you scored it was 7 points, then you got one thing. And honestly, at that point you might as well make it 1 point. Right? Like if you score you get 1, you know? But having another number that you can throw in there, like you can score 3 field goals, even though a field goal feels like a failure a little bit, you can score 3 field goals and beat somebody who scored a touchdown if they only score 1. So I think it's an interesting way to add another element. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if you went by like how fantasy does it? Within the 30 yards, the field goal's worth 3 points. 40 yards, 4 points. 50 yards plus 5 points.
Now I would love
What?
to see that. Yes.
Or
No.
or
That'd
maybe-
be
I'm
a
into that.
fun.
I'm
That'd be
very
a
into
fun,
that. Because that shit.
change.
That shit that he just did is not the same as a fucking 28-yard chip shot. It shouldn't count the same. Absolutely.
Or-
No, that
or
was
then
fucking
also-
incredible. He should have scored 4 or 5 points for that kick. Absolutely, because that's a completely different, skill level.
The argument against that is that like you don't get more points for throwing a 70-yard bomb.
Yeah, 70-yard touchdown is still 7 points. Yeah,
But-
I get that, but
Maybe excuse me, maybe anything over 50 yards is 4 points. That could work.
even if you just did anything over 60, because that's a rarity, right? Like you're
I
not.
can see that.
But also, then how many more times because you punt from there most of the time. If it's a 60-yard kick, you're punting. But if that gave you 4 points instead of 3, I think people would try that a lot more.
Yeah.
And you would see the longest kick get pushed, because the longest kick was 61 yards since like the 80s, and then we just over the last 10 years have made it go up it went 62 and then 63 and then 64.
Yeah.
But
When the coaches
but it
started
was
recruiting the
whatever
soccer
it was. Exactly. Yeah, guys who could boot that shit. But yeah, I think it would make it another interesting element and kind of, morph the game a little bit. That would be interesting to see.
Like, dude, I was really into the most recent XFL season, dude. That shit was dope.
Damn it. I was so excited when they fucking folded.
I know.
I was so upset. But I mean, it's coming back.
Is it? That's
I
good.
really wanted to see them score on that drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what happened with it? They sold it
somebody.
to fucking Dwayne Johnson.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
be
liked
the
it.
Rocks League. Fuck yeah, dude.
I liked it.
I think they gave themselves 2 years to launch it. So I think it'll launch next season. Like next year during the summer,
Yeah.
whenever it is. But
I like it. Like I like the first of all, I like the overtime rule changes,
yep.
which is like
I like it being a little bit different.
and
So
then
it's
you
not
get
necessarily direct competition.
you could do like they have like different conversion points, like they have there's no field goals, right? Is there field goals? There is. I don't remember.
Hmm.
I don't remember. But there's like a 2-point conversion.
Was there no extra point?
Something like that. It's something like that. There's like no extra point, or there's like I know that they have like these.
I think that's what it was. So you didn't kick for the extra point, and it was you could get 1, 2, or 3 points depending on when you did the 2-point conversion from.
Netflix
Yeah.
Bandit says, forget all that. Same game, same rules, except one guy who gets a baseball bat has no rules.
That's fair. And then it would just end up being the two guys with the baseball bats beating each other senseless on the side while football happened, which I'm fine with. I'm totally okay with that being an addition.
Dude, I love that.
Who said that joke?
That sounds like some in Family Guy. Like, yeah, well, the NFL sure is a lot more interesting ever since they added that baseball guy. It's just that they do a little scene of just that happening.
Just the two baseball guys bashing each other's helmets. Yeah, fuck it. That's absolutely what.
And then two people home. This sure has elevated the game so much. Yeah, it's so much more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And it would just be a close-up shot of that and like the actual football happening blurred in the background.
Yeah.
But who had that joke about after Ray Rice punched his girlfriend or wife or whatever? He goes, "Oh, what? You got mad at the football player playing football off the field or something like that?"
I think it was Daniel Tosh.
Yeah, Tosh.
But yes, I know what you're talking about. That was a fucking hilarious bit.
Aw, what? The football player did football off the field?
Yeah.
Oh, we looked it up while you were away. Fresno State is ranked 18 after this last week. Okay. Yeah.
I was yelling at you guys saying, "Simulation! It's a simulation!"
Oh, you should. Well, you're on Push to Talk.
I was in my car smoking a bowl. Well,
Speaking of smoking a bowl,
a lot more PIs
You're right,
this
sir.
week. A lot more PIs this week. So who are some? We'll talk about college on Tuesday. Did you guys watch UFC
Yeah, we'll
yesterday?
save that.
I did not. I watched
I
the
I did.
recap on
That was-
SportsCenter though.
That was an excellent event.
I mean, are we convinced that Nick Diaz just the fight for Vegas, or like not for Vegas, but I'm convinced he just threw the fight. He just quit.
Oh, he didn't. I don't think it's any conspiracy that he like threw it for Vegas.
Not for Vegas, but you know what I mean. So he can make an extra couple bucks in his pocket.
No, I don't think so. I think that he didn't want to fight.
Yeah. He looked
He-
sluggish.
he hasn't-
Like a
he-
chocolate bar.
I mean, the fucking sentence they get, that was a death sentence. In the prime of your career, you lose 5 years. That's it. You're done. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as aspirations,
Yeah.
because he was fighting for titles,
I
and
wouldn't
then
call it- I wouldn't call it-
you got to take 5 years off. I mean, think about trying to stay motivated
But yeah, I mean, he
and
looks like
train
he looks like
and
a chocolate
stay and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Be ready.
Yeah.
He was fucking partying and he had money. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking hanging out with, you know, other famous people and partying and doing shit, like, because he's still, you know, well known and well liked and shit. So he was just fucking doing his thing. But it's dumb as fuck that they suspended him 5 fucking years for weed. That's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. And
especially with
the fact that Anderson Silva got a 1-year suspension for steroids.
yeah, which could potentially. Well, obviously it wasn't his.
Nobody's
sport.
killing anybody because they fucking smoked some. Like, you could,
I mean, you could
you could
potentially kill
seriously
somebody
fucking hurt
Yeah.
somebody because you were fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Diaz, yeah, he gassed. He was getting
Devontae
beat.
Adams, man.
He was getting beat, but he wasn't like getting beat down, and like he just sat down and like quit.
Yeah, I mean, he took, so what he had talked about before the fight was like, and I understand how you would feel this way given what happened to him, that like he didn't get the same return out of that sport as what he put into it. Because his glory days were at Strikeforce where he wasn't making a lot of money. So
Who's?
Diaz.
No, UFC was his glory days for sure. He knocked Robbie.
No,
Lawler
I'm
out.
saying, I'm saying he was getting title, like he had the
He was
belt
like
in
this.
Strikeforce.
He maybe was getting more money from Strikeforce. Yeah.
No, he was no, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't. If he had been a title holder in the UFC, it would have been a very different thing. He would have gotten a lot of money and endorsements. Shit. Like, he never got the title for the UFC, so that was basically what I was trying to say. Is that like he, as far as his accomplishments, you know, in the sport, they happened at a lesser, you know, point, or, you know, in a lesser, you know, competitor. So I think if that had been the case, if he had held the title, because I think he defended it like 3 times or something like that in Strikeforce. So if that had happened in the UFC, he would have had a shitload of money and all kinds, and also probably wouldn't have gotten suspended for 5 years.
I wonder how much Strikeforce paid him.
I don't know, not a whole lot.
Probably more than UFC did.
People in leagues outside of the UFC back then weren't making shit. That's why they all left to go to the
Maybe not
UFC.
Strikeforce. Maybe not
What is that?
Strikeforce.
Some kind of baseball league where they use lightsabers or something?
Like like Belfort. What was it called?
Bella Hadid.
No. What's that fucking Bellator? Bellator.
Yeah.
They only have they have way less athletes, but they pay them pretty well.
Yeah.
And they kind of sized up in a good way. But yeah, I mean, dude, I remember. I don't know what the numbers are anymore, really, because I stopped looking at them. But I used to look at the UFC salaries, and holy shit, I'm talking like probably, 5 years ago, some of these guys were making $3,500 to show up, and another $3,500 if they won. I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
I think now
absolutely.
it's got up to like 6. I think now the minimum, I think it's 6 to show up, 6 if you win. That's like for your UFC debut. And then once you get like 3 fights in the UFC, then your shit goes up. And then you could tell like how the UFC, like, you could really tell like who they want to get out of the UFC and who they want to keep in, because they'll pit, like because after a certain right, so like let's say it is 3 or 4 fights, whatever, and then your salary automatically goes up, and like you could see like like when there's like somebody's third fight and they're
come out of
0-2,
there?
they'll put them up against like a up and comer, and like that's like sort of like so that they can potentially lose and then get kicked out of the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely promote the people that they know are going to make them money for sure. But with Diaz, I think like, he talked about it right, a day or two before the fight in an interview. He just wasn't like, he wasn't in it for the same reasons. Like he was coming back because he needed money, not because he wanted to be a champion or thought he had a shot at it. And he's still clearly like
insane,
he's
dude.
still skilled. You can tell he's still like that guy is still in there. He was winning the fight, but
in the first round, maybe, but it was a slow first round. I don't know if he was winning the fight.
well, no, I would, because he definitely won the first round, and I would argue on strikes, like it would have been, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been a 10-8 round on the first round, so maybe it was even. But either way, he won the first round clearly, and then the second round was close, but he landed like 300 plus significant strikes. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was in there, but no, I think he got rocked a couple of times and was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know that he'll fight again.
Deal. I wonder if he got a multi-fight deal for this.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. He did.
I think if he spent 6 months in the gym, like living in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like just all he did was fucking train all day, every day. And then fought again, you could see his career kind of have a little comeback for, 2 or 3 years. It's only so long because he's 38, right? You know what I'm saying? And he's not a heavyweight. Heavyweight guys can go into their 40s and still kind of get away with it. Much lighter than that, you're usually not fast enough to keep up with people who are younger. So what's left for him, I don't know. But I think if, like I said, if he just locked himself in a gym for 6 months and then came back, he could have a little run. I don't know that he'd fight for a title again, but he could have a run.
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't look strong enough. And I mean, I don't know. I would have liked for him to try and take Lawler down a little bit too. I mean, isn't he a black belt? I feel like he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, both
like
both of the Diaz brothers. Both of the Diaz brothers are legitimate, like legendary jiu-jitsu fighters for sure. Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Like I want to say, like I don't know if Nick Diaz is a black belt. I guess he would have to be at this point. I guess Nate is too. But
I think both of them, yeah.
They were, as far as I know, they were training under Renzo Gracie, which I would assume it's very difficult to get your black belt underneath them. And like you might have to win some black belt. You might have to win some tournaments to get your black belt, like against other.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's like a lot of these gyms too. A lot of these BJJ gyms, like you don't just get your blue belt or your purple belt or your brown belt. Like you gotta do the whole, because they have a belt test thing.
Huh?
They have these belt tests where you have to show them all the different types of sweeps and takedowns and all the perfect techniques. But a lot of these really top tier BJJ places, they won't promote you unless you win fucking tournaments.
Excellent. I like that did not even slow you down at all.
The burp.
Yeah, that was amazing. So Rogers just scored again.
Yeah, I'm watching.
It's and the 49ers didn't get anything out of that drive that they had earlier, so this is how this game's gonna go.
It's we're right on halftime, right? It's got to be
Yeah,
close.
there's like a minute left, I think. Minute and some change. So if they can do something
Yeah,
in a
to
minute and
text
some
it.
change, but they're not going to
Minute
be
and
able
two,
to, dude.
yeah.
They're
What was the name? I started typing in. I forgot. What was the name of that Netflix show?
Midnight Mass.
Midnight Ass.
Ayo.
Or if you're Yonder Wizard, Midnight Gas.
Yeah, midnight.
Hey yo, but
Midnight
juice.
Pass Gas. Farticles, dude. Farticles in the air.
Yeah, you can taste them and you can smell them.
Juicy.
We'll
do we
we'll
feel-
we'll dive more into the UFC event last night on Tuesday. I'm
Yeah, I
glad
actually-
that you watched it as well. So
And I was actually talking to somebody earlier about this who was mentioning we should or asking if we were going to be talking more about UFC stuff because we've kind of been talking just about our NFL picks and stuff like that lately.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I personally, I recently started watching UFC like during the quarantine because it was the only live sporting event there was.
it was the only thing.
And that was when I started watching it. So I didn't know.
I've been watching it for like a decade and a half. I remember watching some of the early UFC events, but I wasn't following it. I started legitimately watching it about 15 years ago or so.
Yeah, and oh my god.
That was almost
Oh
all of
my
it.
god, dude. That's exactly
That was
what they
close.
needed. They got to put points on the board if they want any kind of a shot.
Oh, I mean, for
you guys are way ahead of
sure.
me.
and
for
not
sure
not
they-
just points.
they-
They got to put a touchdown on the board right here if they want to have any kind of a shot. I don't think a field
Yeah,
goal.
you guys
But
are
will.
he should have gotten through the fucking kicker and scored 7. If we're being honest. Well,
Yeah,
6,
he should
but-
have fucking shouldered up that motherfucker and put him down.
Yeah.
Well,
he's so upset with himself.
nice. Well, the Dodgers are back 2 games with about 8 games to go.
All right, come on. Do something here. Probably didn't. They're not
How
going the
how
first
far
time.
back are you? What's
2
the
games.
time on the clock?
We got 2 games. We're behind
No.
with the Giants.
How far behind are you watching this game?
I'll find out right now. I don't know exactly. It doesn't say yet.
You don't have a time clock?
It's
On
not up
screen
yet. It'll come up right now. 54 seconds. They're about to snap the ball,
there? Oh wow.
and yeah, it's like
You're a
it's
play
like-
behind.
we
You're
just
a whole
snapped.
play behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna play behind. We'll sync it up for halftime.
Okay. Yeah. Oh shit.
First down, stop the clock.
Well, no flag yet. And I also feel like too, if you don't do full screen, it doesn't catch the filter. And if you have the volume really low or off, that's another.
It's not gonna catch the audio. Yeah.
It's another layer of
Protection.
quote-unquote protection.
Yeah, it's like 2 condoms. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an extra.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, because that's the way it works.
Kids, don't do that. Like learning about how 2 condoms, like learning about the 2 condom thing, how it's more to break, was like when I realized, oh, more of something isn't necessarily better.
Yeah, the best way is just the pull-out method. Fuck a condom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a waste of your time. Feels better for everybody, you know?
Ew.
Or pay for her to get an IUD and then No condoms, no worries.
Just
You know?
remove that fucking uterus, dog. Turn her into a
Yeah.
condom dumpster.
Yeah, fucking what's his name?
Right, Kelsey?
Jack the Ripper style. Cut
What?
that.
Jack,
Cut that
why did Jack
fucking
Ripper?
fruit out.
Is he notorious for coming in his women?
No, he cut their fucking cooch and uteruses out.
Oh,
Yeah. What? Why?
Yeah, so he
wh-
murdered hookers and he would cut out all of their fucking sexual organs, their ovaries and fucking
that
shit
I
like
didn't
that.
know. There's some theories out there that H.H. Holmes was Jack the Ripper. Oh, that's where Ripper comes from. Interesting. It's probably what. Okay. So H.H. Holmes, dude, he's a crazy motherfucker. If you apparently they're making a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio as H.H. Holmes. I think he's like one of the most prolific murderers of all. He's like one of the guy. He
Chicago.
Chicago World's Fair. I think he killed. I want to say he killed like 12 people just at the World's Fair. And what he would do is 2 years before the fair, he bought a hotel and fixed it up near the World's Fair, and he fixed and turned it into like a death hotel. And like he built staircases that lead to nowhere. He'd have doors that have brick walls on the other sides of them, just all kinds of creepy shit. He'd fucking he'd pump gas through the ventilators so that people would knock out, so he could knock them out. Then he'd have like his workers wrap them up and send them down the laundry chute.
So he had like other people involved in it.
Yeah, and then
Fuck.
so the way he like got into killing was he started off as a skeleton salesman for universities, where he would sell.
Yeah,
Where he would sell.
He was digging it.
Yeah.
He'd sell skeleton bones and skeletons to universities to use as research or for teaching methods.
Uh-huh.
And he was known for having the most pristine. He used to dig up graves for the bones, and then realized he can have cleaner, nicer skeletons if he just killed people and
Just
stripped them
fucking
himself.
kill people. Fuck.
Crazy.
He just like really wanted to sell some skulls. Like that's all it was about.
Damn,
So he
if
was an
that penalty,
entrepreneur.
if that wasn't
Is
a penalty
really
right
what it
there, that
was.
would have
He was
been a
an entrepreneur.
touchdown.
What'd you say, Gabe?
I said, really, he was an entrepreneur. Is what?
Yeah, capitalist. Come on.
Oh, shit! How do you drop that?
What are all those flags for?
I don't know, but they're everywhere. Probably offensive holding.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely pass interference.
Yep.
The fucking dude,
Oh.
that Miami Raiders game should have never got. They should just run the ball here, you idiots. Ooh, how does he miss that?
Right? That exactly. Yes, he should have had that fucking catch.
That fucking Miami Raiders game was such bullshit. 60-yard bomb. The guy barely fucking touches him. And because the ball landed in the end zone, they go from the 40-yard line from their 40-yard line all the way to the 1-yard line. Such garbage.
So was I wrong? Didn't he say those fouls offset?
Yeah.
So why did they get first and goal on the one?
He said, I don't know. Penalties offset, replay first down.
Oh, is that where it already was?
I think so.
Yeah, it was already on
Got
the
it.
first.
I thought for some reason I thought it was second. I thought it was second down. All right.
Well, also, if the penalty happens in the end zone, they just half it.
Yeah,
So
they
from
just
the
keep
1 yard
splitting
line
it
to the half
inches at a
yard line.
time.
Yeah.
How?
What happened? I'm behind.
You'll see in
Oh, I
about an
guess we'll see
hour.
right now.
Hold on. Oh my God, I'd be so infuriated right now.
Hi, Arthur. I want to shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. Oh my God.
This is
Yeah,
it ain't gonna
that
work
should have been
now.
a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Second and goal. Oh my God. Fucking me.
Okay.
Yeah, is Rodgers
Okay.
potentially
Okay.
like? Is he potentially like, what would you call it? Auditioning today?
Right. He's like, hey, that's I don't know that today is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that it's that direct, but I would definitely
Obviously,
be,
Nick.
I would definitely be willing to accept that he's stepped up his game because he's realized that like
If I want to play elsewhere,
isn't gonna, that's not gonna
if I want to play somewhere,
put your price tag high.
Right.
You don't want to go somewhere else and not get paid the money you should get paid. Like he wants to go somewhere else and make money and play for a championship. So
Okay, so this is
But-
good. That
but certainly it doesn't hurt. So yeah,
this is good
because
that they
that's
get
where he
this-
wants to go. And him there, that would change everything. Obviously, that immediately puts them on the board.
He's from there too. He's from
Yeah, he
basically
wants
San
to be
Francisco,
there.
Cal.
Oh shit! They just showed it. The
Showed
fucking
what?
kick.
Oh,
Tucker's
the yard,
kick
the
from earlier
66
today.
yarder.
Yeah, fucking amazing.
bounced off the fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Raiders-
he kicked it to the fucking pole.
Prater's kick was it was dead on. It was just about probably 3 or 4 yards short, maybe 2 yards short.
Well,
Yeah, but then it
It
turned
was-
into 7 the other way.
yeah. Either way, it's
Yeah, here it
very
is, there it
good
is.
that 49ers just scored here because that makes it a ball game, and they're getting the ball back at the half.
Yes. How crazy would it have been if, like, you kicked that 66-yarder and then, like, somebody pulls you aside? If Prater had made it and he's like, yeah, somebody just hit a 68-yarder like 10 minutes ago. Yours is the
know.
second furthest.
I know.
You
I
just
know.
kicked
I'm
the
just-
furthest in your mind. It's already the second furthest. Damn it.
I was
That would have
literally
been
just
brutal.
thinking that
It
right
would have
now.
been
It's
amazing.
hilarious.
That would have been
That's
great.
that's fucking garbage, dude. Imagine, dude, you held the record for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Funny.
Fuck,
Or
that'd be
like,
rough.
or you're Matt Prater, and you're like, all right, this motherfucker just hit a 66-yarder. I'm gonna hit a 68-yarder. Took it back for a touchdown. It's like even insult to injury.
Uh-huh.
Didn't that
I'm gonna
happen
get this.
to
I'm gonna get this
an
bitch.
Auburn Alabama game?
Yeah, that's how they ended up
Okay, I'm
winning.
gonna go.
Going on to win the championship that year. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah,
Bye.
that was the year that they won huge games that season on ridiculous plays. It was that one, and then they beat Georgia in the game, like I think the game right before that, on a play where quarterback threw a bomb and the Auburn receiver was right ahead of the safety, and the ball came into the safety's hands, bounced off of his chest 2 yards up into the hands of the receiver, and he ran in for a touchdown. And that's how that game ended, like on 0 seconds. So that was like a crazy year of ridiculous shit that led to Auburn winning the championship that year. It was nuts. That was a fun year of football. That was like the first or second year I got into college football.
That might have been the Jadeveon and Clowney year where he the same year, Jadeveon Clowney. I think he played for what, Ohio State?
No,
I remember.
Clowney played for Carolina.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That was one of the years they were really good, and they played Michigan
because of him.
Bowl games.
He was like the whole fucking reason.
They played Michigan in one of the bowl games, and I remember he fucking took the quarterback. I don't remember if it was the quarterback. Could have even been the running back. Blasted him. Ball comes loose. Helmet comes off. He just picks up the ball and runs it into the fucking like he just palmed it and just fucking. But dude, he fucking cracked him, dude.
Yeah, he was unstoppable in college. I mean, he's been good in the NFL, but in college it was unfair. Like he was something else. To the point that literally one player on the defense meant the game most games he played in. Because like you weren't doing anything. Like you weren't moving the ball. Like he was coming and he was gonna get you. It was nuts.
Yeah. I remember him just being a fucking absolute beast. I remember Jadeveon Clowney was kind of like one of those first defensive players where I wanted to watch every Saturday.
It was a catch-22 for me because I'm a Clemson fan. So and Carolina's our rival. So he was one of those guys that I was like, I don't want him to be good, but he's fucking amazing.
Here's a question. Let's see if I can even remember which two teams it is. Damn, I don't know if this is correct now. I'll look it up though. But do you know what is the oldest rivalry in all of football that goes back more than 100 years and also has the most meetings against each other? And I'll obviously give you a hint. It's obviously SEC.
Sorry, what was the hint?
Never mind. Oh, the hint is it's two SEC games. SEC
it's
teams.
Two SEC teams?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, SEC teams. Yeah, right. I think. Shit.
Fuck. I have heard this one time, but I was going to say that it was two Ivy League schools, but obviously that's not correct. Fuck. Is it it can't be Auburn, Alabama.
No, it's not. And actually I'm looking it up right now.
And
hold on here.
$66 fucking yarder to win the game. That is fucking ridiculous. He was literally standing at a place where it made more sense to kick a field goal in the other direction. That's how far that kick was. It was a shorter kick the other way. That's nuts.
Yeah. Well, okay, so so it's actually one SEC team. Oh, actually, shit. No. Anyway, the game the matchup is Minnesota versus Wisconsin. Now, technically, Lehigh versus Lafayette is the oldest. It's 151 games, but
Uh-huh.
but people consider Minnesota Wisconsin to be the best college rivalry of in all of football. Even though Wisconsin's in that's not the SEC, right?
No, they're Big Ten.
Big Ten, yeah, they're both Big Ten, Minnesota. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I should have known that because the Rose Bowl. But Wisconsin has owned them the last 12 years, apparently.
What's
Not
the
apparently. The all-time matchup is 59, 58, and 8. 59 going to Minnesota. So I think either they already passed them or they're like gonna pass them soon.
yeah?
But you are actually kind of right about NCAA Division One. Yale, Princeton, and Yale, Harvard are both 140 games and 136 games. So it is. They are technically the oldest and the most rivaled teams. But
Yale, Princeton. Okay, got it. Yeah, because they go all the way back to 1873.
it's crazy. 1873. Let me grab another beer. I take ecstasy, by the way. I didn't even realize.
Nice.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, that's excellent. How you do a halftime show? Have two people fucking leave, and then I'm over here looking at my phone. So I hope anybody who's watching is enjoying the shit out of this. It's halftime.
Hi.
Here we fucking are. Do you like cars? Do you care about cars?
Like racing?
Just in general.
I'm not a real big car guy.
Okay. I just because they just
But
showed a Toyota commercial and
Okay.
the Toyota Supra was just a big fucking
Ooh, growing up. Well, like
no, it was a
I-
great, but like the new one is a disappointment. Like I'm not impressed at all with it.
I'm I'm not a big car guy, but I actually know a decent amount about cars just by proxy because every single one of my friends and cousins are all car buffs.
Okay, so you
Huge
just
car,
have to like
huge car. Like they own
know
shops.
know
they
enough to
own the
get
shop.
by at the very least.
Yeah, like I've heard it enough over the years that like I can
And
I
around it,
understand.
yeah.
I mean, I understand every part of the combustion engine. So, like, I understand how cars work.
Okay,
I could
I'm
probably-
pausing
Okay.
real quick. I'm pausing my stream. Let me know when you get to the T-Mobile commercial at the
Oh,
scene where
we'll just do it at halftime. Like, we'll do it at kickoff.
we're at halftime now.
I know.
So we might as
I'm
well
just saying,
pick it up now.
Okay. I don't know if I have the same feed as you. That's why.
Oh, that makes sense.
But we'll just sync it up when the ball gets kicked.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, like, so I know a decent amount about football. Where does the turn signal fluid go? Arthur asks. You put the dude. Oh man. Speaking of that, fucking A. I fucked up one time, big time, by putting oil inside the radiator accidentally. Like a fucking idiot. I ruined
Really?
Camaro. I ruined an old Camaro of mine. Yeah.
Fuck.
It was an old piece of shit, but it was my brother's hand-me-down that my mom drove for a little while even, and like it was already kind of on its last leg, and like a fucking idiot, I put oil inside the radiator. Fucking
That
idiot.
sucks so
Such an
bad.
idiot. I'm
That
such an
sucks
idiot.
so bad. Because you'd
Yeah,
have had some
destroy the car.
fucking, you'd have had some cool memories at least in it for a little while.
Yeah. You needed to like, do you sell stainless steel muffler bearings? Like we had, in order to change gears, I had a crowbar. You had to like lift the center console plastic up and then stick the crowbar into the gear spot and then
Huh?
and shift it up because the shifter
quit.
knob was broken.
All
Yeah,
right.
fuck Auburn and fuck you for bringing it up, Dave.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I had to go eat some.
I know. All
hibachi.
right, we're gonna do kick.
All right.
Pause it real
So pause it. Yeah, pause your feed
My feed's here. My feed can't be paused.
and let me know when you get to the.
They're about to. I'll let you know exactly when they kick the ball.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got it paused with the little screen thing that says QB comparison above the kick. That's about to happen. So let me know when you see that.
I've got it paused and it blacked it out and said live Green Bay Packers at San Francisco 49ers
Nice.
on NBC.
Nice.
All right, they're about to kick it right now.
All right. We'll be close enough.
He's running kick.
Now you're
Are you
ahead.
cool, man? We just watched Dazed and Confused the other day. You got any weed on you? Or you got a joint? Nah, man, not on me. Be a lot cooler if you did. It's such a great movie.
Can y'all hear the TV on my wall come through my microphone at all?
I cannot.
Okay. I should have put the juice in my pho earlier because all the noodles congealed, kinda.
He was fucking fired
Really?
up. Shit.
When you say congealed,
It's probably not the best word to use.
coagulated,
Maybe that's
like
the
what
word.
happened to them?
They just became one big.
became-
Thank you, Netflix.
Well,
Good shit.
Well,
They just
the move there is to get a pot and reboil the broth, and then stick the noodles back in there because they need to warm up to separate and stuff like that. And
Well,
and then
I just poured the shit in there with a bunch of sprouts and the other shit, and I just put the cap back on. I'm gonna throw it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Whatever.
that's the move too.
Nuke that bitch.
I'm standing here with like chopsticks trying to eat fucking shit over my sink, and it's like I really just want the broth.
Yeah,
So I'm like, why am I just not just
juice.
drinking this
drinking the broth.
spicy goodness? It's not
I've
quite
been eating
authentic,
so
but
much
it's
fun
strong.
lately. Well, I
Just pho my
you
life
know,
away,
I've
dude.
been eating a lot of pho lately, and it's like
Got it.
I'm starting to
Yeah.
refine my palate, like on what's good broth and shitty broth. Like this place that I always go to, Phoology. It's kind of like the cool like hipster pho place, and they've got some really good items there. Like they have fried green beans, but it's tempura fried. It's fucking really good. But I'm realizing that their broth is like pretty. It's like not very. It's not as good as some other ones.
Yeah.
There's this one in Montebello that I go to, like an old school, like
Hell of a run there.
like hole in the wall, fucking 90-year-old Vietnamese lady making it and shit.
Like legit, like
broth.
somebody who grew up making that shit from a child, like in the home country.
So what she told me, well, not she, but what one of the waitresses told me, the secret is you never throw out the broth. So the broth, you make it in the pot, all right? They basically
And you just keep
never
going.
That
they
boys.
basically essentially never clean out that vat, and
Mhm.
whatever's the sediment at the bottom is the base for the next morning's broth. And it's
That's
fucking
amazing.
you can fucking tell. Like it's got a distinct, much better taste to it.
I just
cool as
realized
fuck.
that I
It's
had
just
the
like-
menu Discord open on the thing the whole time, and I don't even know how long it's been open. Like, show non-video participants, all the shit at the bottom. Whoops.
Nice.
Ooh. Arthur says, congealed, having become semi-solid, especially on cooling. Coagulate, of a fluid, especially blood, change to a solid or semi-solid state. You got to get the real bone broth. That's the good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so I had it right the first time. Congealed.
Yes. You were correct the first time.
Noted.
Like most other times when debating me.
Noted. Dude, this is nice. They're moving the ball a little bit better this time. This half so far, so good. It looks like maybe they went back there and like, guys, we just got to do something better, okay? We're San
I keep forgetting Kyle
Franciscans.
Shanahan. I keep forgetting Kyle Shanahan is in SF.
Mm-hmm.
Where did his brother coach?
His dad was Redskins coach.
His dad.
Dad, yeah.
Him and
And
his
then
dad
he took
both
over the
were on that
Redskins
staff.
job for. Yeah, and then wasn't he the head coach for a little while too?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think this was his first head coaching job. Because he was the offensive coordinator for Atlanta before coming here.
I feel so bad for what's that guy's name? Patrice.
O'Neal?
Mike.
Yeah, that was
Mike
sad, man.
No.
Yeah, what a loss
What is his name? Mike Patrice.
of yards and a giant in the comedy comedy world.
The guy that took over the Lions, he was the offensive coordinator for New England, and he took over for the Lions. They sucked, and then he left. and went
Matt
back-
Patricia.
He was
Matt
also
Patricia, there we
he was also Alabama defensive coordinator for a while, I believe. Right?
Wasn't everybody.
Yeah, this is true.
And they always lose in head-to-heads with what's his name.
You know what's crazy is I saw a stat the other day that said that I can't remember which team it was. Could have been Alabama because either way, that's one of the only games that I watched. But it said there were 7 offensive coaches out due to COVID, and I started looking. There were 7 coaches out. How many coaches are there on staff at these schools?
A lot.
Bro, if there are 7
position has a
offensive
coach.
coaches out, and it was like wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every
Yeah,
single
you've got
position has a
coaches for
coach.
each individual position,
See that snag?
and then you've also got assistant coaches for each individual position, and then
Right.
also other assistant coaches that just do like individual, like there's a drill coach, and you know what I'm saying.
strength
There's
and
all
train.
kinds of fucking
Bro, you have 50
Wow,
angsty
wow, what a catch!
big boys.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like your football team is 50 to 60 very angsty, very fired up people, like kids,
Uh-huh.
essentially. And you need adults to make sure they don't fucking, make sure they don't fucking do something stupid.
Nobody gets cracked in the head.
Am
Yeah,
I
man.
still? Am I ahead of y'all again somehow? I'm at 7:45
We
stopped
paused.
right now.
We
On at
paused.
7:45 as well.
Okay.
We Gabe paused with me, and
So
we're,
did
we're
I.
synced up now. Oh, you did too. Okay.
I was just trying to
Yeah.
make sure
I
because
think we're within a couple of sections of each other. We're close enough.
yeah.
Well, you can see where my stream is if you click on it. Just letting you know.
Yeah, but there's still a 7-second delay
It'll
on
be a
that.
little
I guess
delay.
I could just do the math, but
But we all know how hard that is for you.
yeah, I'm an
This-
Alabama fan.
Rock hard.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, touchdown.
Oh shit! All right, 3-point game.
Boy, oh boy, touchdown.
I need a new tight end, bro. I mean, I was hoping Tanyan would be a good tight end, but he hasn't done shit, dude.
Man, if you don't
The Packers.
get Gronkowski, Kelsey, maybe like
Kittle.
Kittle,
Greg Kittle or Kyle Randolph,
not even anymore. Kyle Randolph, I don't really think. Rudolph.
Rudolph, yeah.
Well, now that
used to
fucking-
be Antonio Gates, right?
used to be Antonio Gates, and then Gronk. Okay,
Kyle Pitts. Atlanta. Fuck yeah. Oh,
His
by the
fucking-
way, I meant to say this earlier. This shirt is in no way an endorsement of the Atlanta Falcons. That's not what's going on here.
I thought it
like
was a
Julio
Tampa
Jones.
shirt.
I like Julio Jones. That's all this is.
I thought that was a Tampa jersey.
And he used to play for the Falcons. But
Yes.
the Falcons are garbage. I know they won today. I will continue to pick against them every single game for the rest of the fucking season.
They're not a terrible team. They just, I don't know. They don't really have a pass rush. That's what it seems like. And today too with Tampa Bay and Rams.
They're not a good team.
No, today with Tampa Bay and the Rams, like it's not like Tom Brady was really like under pressure that much. Like he had a decent game towards the end, and I mean the guy had 400 yards passing, but the Rams just glued to those wide receivers, and you could see that they're not as dynamic offensively without Antonio Brown on the field.
No, it's different for sure.
Chris Godwin is great.
Even though he's not getting a shitload of yards, him being on the field changes things.
It
It
does.
is similar to Julio Jones
a
at this
gamer.
stage in his career. Julio Jones isn't going to get a 300-yard game probably at this stage in his career, but him being on the field means the game is different. It just does. If he's an option,
Yeah.
you know that you have to cover that option
And dude,
and
he's
probably
been
double cover it.
he's been my silly early draft pick in recent history because I've always just drafted him earlier than I should have, because I wanted him on my team, on my fantasy team every year. And it's true. This is what I do, is that I draft as many Alabama players as I can. Because honestly, that's worked pretty well for me so
It'd
far.
be fun. I mean, however it's fun for you, especially if it's a non-paid league, like you're not paying for it, or if it's like the money is like so small or really insignificant. Might as well just enjoy it. I mean, why are you gonna fucking torture yourself, fucking, picking players that you don't never want to watch?
Yeah. And honestly, like that's kind of my reasoning for playing fantasy.
Well,
Is
fucking
because
now
I don't-
Waller.
Because I never watched NFL. Like, I had no reason to. All I watched was Saturday, and I was always like bartending on Sundays and shit. So couldn't really pay attention. But I started playing fantasy so I would have a reason to watch.
I mean, I didn't get into football until I started playing fantasy. I was a Raiders fan, and I'd watch, a couple of Raider games a year when they were on Monday Night Football or something, playing the Chiefs or some shit. But they, by the way, Here's another stat for you. I asked Gabe this question, but here's the second question. The first question I asked Gabe was, do you know what is not necessarily the oldest rivalry in football, but is considered the best oldest rivalry in football?
In all of football, college, NFL.
Yeah, it's considered the number one rivalry in all of college football because of how many times they met, how close it is, and how close they are in wins against each other. And it's Minnesota versus Wisconsin. 125 games, and it's 59, 58, and 8.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be incorrect because the correct answer is Alabama-Auburn. Like
that's on the list of the top 10, but they haven't played.
I
as
knew
many
it was going to
times.
be incorrect.
They've played over 100 times, I think. But I think
because everybody every year, you know what they say, you can't miss that Wisconsin rivalry, buddy. You can't miss that game. Like you watch you miss every other game.
Always talking about it.
Can't miss
Dude,
that.
the Wisconsin stadium holds 120,000 people.
Brought to you by Wisconsin.
Dude, Wisconsin's one of the oldest football cities in the world, states in the world. It's like
that the University of South Carolina is the original USC.
That's like TF2.
They're older than South Carolina's like 2 decades older than.
Yeah, they talk about that shit all the time. Too bad they don't have the
University
history.
of South Carolina, or is it South Carolina University?
No, it's University of South Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
thing. It's a whole thing for them.
It's funny because
it's all that they got. That plus that big win against
literally
Alabama
all
in
that they've got.
2010.
Yes.
I made a meme right after that happened that says that that face you make that when in 20 years that win against Alabama is still the greatest win in college in your school's history. I realized I put too many words on that meme.
It's funny because USC markets himself as SC. And like everybody calls it SC. Nobody calls it USC. I feel fucking SC as boy, oh boy. Anyway, so my next question, and I think this is correct, and I'll fact check it. Do you know what the longest Monday Night Football rivalry is? Or I shouldn't say longest, but who has the most Monday Night Football games against each other?
I want to say the Cowboys and the Redskins.
It's definitely a division rivalry, but it's not that. And I'm going to look it up just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Raiders versus Kansas City.
Really? That's okay. I do know Kansas City is one of the oldest teams in the NFL.
They play every single year, I think. They play a Monday Night Football every single year, I think.
All right.
I'll fact check that right now.
How old is Monday Night Football? How long have they been playing on Monday nights? Because I don't remember that.
I think it's
starting.
I think it's been. Like 40 years.
I remember Thursday Night Football being new, but I don't remember Monday Night Football ever not being around.
1970. September 21st, 1970.
What day of the week
That
was
when
that?
Monday Night Football started?
Take a guess. Take a guess what day it's on, Kelsey.
What day of the week was that on?
It was a Tuesday. the first Monday Night Football game was on Sunday night.
Mhm.
Let's see.
It was actually Sunday afternoon. It was a 4:30 game.
On a sunny afternoon in the summertime. Yeah, wonder how that conversation went. Well, everybody wants to watch football on some day other than Sunday. Maybe we'll give them some football during the week too.
In the 70s, I feel like that seems like a pretty early invasion on like the work week.
Yeah, and that was also the 70s was like a lot of
People
like
doing a lot of drugs.
sitcoms I would yeah, a lot of drugs too. Uh like sitcoms were happening back then, and there were a lot of television
Shit.
that was geared towards women, I think. And maybe they were trying to up the demographic on during the week shows,
Interesting.
which is probably the
Either way, the
nerdy.
goal was
Excuse me.
expansion, obviously, and it worked.
Yeah.
No, I'm incorrect about that. Actually, it's Broncos and Raiders. 20 times they've played against each other. Number 2, though, Kelsey. Number 2.
Cowboys, Redskins.
What do you think the all-time record against the 2 is?
I believe that the Redskins are up in that record.
Currently, Cowboys lead 9-8. And Denver leads. Ooh, we might be able to take over this year. Denver leads Las Vegas 10-9-1. One of only three ties on Monday Night Football. That game, one of those games.
I bet that pissed some fucking people off. Nobody likes a tie. That's some
there
bullshit.
hasn't been a
A
tie.
tie can fuck off.
There hasn't been a tie in Monday Night Football since 1983.
Wow.
What year was that?
1983.
Well, there was a period of time where the tie
Giants
didn't
versus St.
exist
Louis.
in the NFL, right?
I don't know,
Because
but
they
Monday Night
changed
Football-
the overtime rules to allow for it to end in a tie again, like I don't know, 6 or 8 years ago, I think.
They, I don't believe up until like the late 70s or early 80s, there was even overtime. I think overtime was just in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Interesting.
What if at the end of the game and they got the
What did
same
they do
points? What
before
if we
then?
give them more football?
It was just
Ties.
all. It was
Ended
just
in
a
ties?
tie. It was a tie at the end of the game. Okay.
Games would
Interesting.
end in ties all the time, I think.
Okay, and then they introduced the overtime, and overtime would just go on until somebody won, and then they changed that rule again recently to allow for a tie again at the end of overtime.
I think games didn't have overtime because essentially a tie was the same as a loss, and because it always goes by the number of wins.
Yeah,
It
if you've
doesn't go
got a
by
tie
win
versus a
percentage.
win, you lose.
Yeah.
That's the same as a loss. Yeah.
It's essentially the same as a loss, and I think they didn't do overtime because it was encouragement to try and end the game or be more offensive or something. Because you got to understand, like Bro, back
have
in
an
the
exciting
70s,
ending to the game.
bro, back in the 70s and early 80s, like they ran the balls 90%, 80% of the time.
That's all they did. Yeah.
Like quarterbacks would handle like 18 passes, like a Robert Griffin III stat line. You know what I mean?
Speaking of RG3, he called the Clemson game, and I want him fucking on the side. I'm like, he was good as
Was he good?
fuck. Oh my god, he was terrific. Like, he was obviously he's got a lot of football knowledge, but he was also very entertaining. His personality worked. It was really good. Like, I want to see him succeed in that. Like, I think that's his like that's a
good
way
to
for him
know,
to stay
man.
connected to the game and you know and have a solid career, because he was good. He was really good.
What college did he go to?
Stanford,
Baylor.
Baylor. That's right,
Baylor. Yeah, Baylor.
Baylor. That's correct.
But he played during the years of like when Oregon was winning championships, right? I feel like
The Marcus Leota draft. Him and Marcus Leota went in the same year, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there you go. Then yeah, so he was playing during those years.
Where's Mariota a backup now? He's backup for somebody.
He's the backup for the
I said
Raiders.
Leota, Mariota.
Raiders.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Yeah, he's the backup for the Raiders, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They use him every once in a
I've
while.
got to go to Vegas and see a Raiders game this season. I have to.
Me too.
Have to.
So Sam Tripoli bought tickets for him and his dad, or I think maybe his brother. Spent like $3,000 on Raiders tickets for opening day, and they required vaccination passes. So he just wasted his money. Didn't end up going, and then come to find out that they didn't even check.
I wish I had that
ridiculous.
kind of money.
Oh God, yeah.
Just a fucking.
That stadium is spectacular. I love that they've like.
Yeah, they need the money.
There. Like,
yeah,
nobody.
SoFi.
They've never had a major sports team, because like, how do you build a fucking how do you build a sports fan base off of tourists? Because that's all, what I'm saying, that's all they're really. But like,
but dude,
that place
That's
is
actually not the
fucking
reason.
of the people who would come in on
and it's an event. It's an event now. In addition, like, you go to Vegas and go to a Raiders game.
It keeps you there an extra day.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
It keeps
That's
you there in Vegas
excellent.
one more day, and that is worth it to them to do that.
Typically, that's kind of why they literally built it across the freeway from the strip. Like, the strip is on the right side of the freeway. The stadium's on the left side of the freeway. It's right there. And obviously, they want to build it as close to the casinos as possible, so I think that's part of the reason why they probably. But really, this was like an old baseball thing. Baseball never wanted to have a Vegas team because they were afraid they were gonna be.
Well, with the gambling, obviously, yeah, with
subject to
gambling
gamble.
being involved, there was always a standoff. But now that that's been embraced, because like it's just part of the fucking experience. You know what I'm saying?
Also,
like, it's no longer taboo as far as in connection to the sports world. It's interesting.
Also, they have a very, very popular AAA team, the Las Vegas Area 51s, that do very well there. Pretty sure that is the farm system for is it the White Sox? Let's see. Las Vegas.
I'm not 100% sure.
Area
But
50.
Farm
your
team towns
microphone-
are funny because the level of deep connection that the town
A's.
has to those little piddly teams goes way beyond any
Well,
professional team.
That makes a lot of sense because
Always.
the AAA team is also the A's from Oakland.
Oh, okay.
And actually, they changed the name. It's not the Area 51s anymore. It's now the Aviators.
Oh, the Area 51's is way fucking better.
I
Come
know,
on.
dude. And there were the
Why ruin
aliens. It was
everybody's
the
fun?
face was an alien.
Damn
They,
it.
they were just
Yeah, fuck yeah, it would have
Inside
to
the
be.
ship.
yeah.
Uh,
It's great. The MLB The Show has taught me a lot about AAA teams, man. I've
That's a
played for
great
some
game.
interesting teams. The Chihuahuas of New Mexico, somewhere in New Mexico. Can't remember.
oh, the best silly fucking name like that of a sports team. There's a minor league baseball team in Macon, Georgia. It's called the Macon Whoopee.
It's hilarious. By the way,
Fuck
Gabe, I
yeah.
think your microphone went potato again.
Ah, damn it.
I think if you
I switched my AirPods were dying, so I switched them and just
yeah,
fucking-
so then when it switches them, Discord automatically will do that
son of a
for you,
bitch.
unless you change the setting.
See, I don't even think about that because I can understand what you're saying. It doesn't even occur to me.
I could just tell. Because it was clear before, and then it went potato again like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, you're clear before. I'm gonna go fill up my water
Yeah.
jug. I'll be right back.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That connects?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Much better.
Good.
Yeah, you sound nice and clear. What kind of microphone do you have? It's a pretty decent one.
Are we doing live commentary on the commercials as well? Is that-
Went to a birthday party
This
this
has been-
morning.
Yeah, like young or old birthday party.
Nah, little kids. Dude, my cousins, excuse me.
Gotta match the energy. man.
My cousin had 4 kids in 4 years, dog. Nuts. What were
Fuck.
you asking me? You're gonna ask me. Yo, or were you saying you're enjoying this?
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is a fun little like other thing.
Yeah. What kind of microphone is that?
It's a Rode.
Rode.
hmm Yeah, it's like middle of the road as far as podcasting mics. You know what I'm saying? It's a little better than the like standard one that if you just Google podcasting mic comes up in Amazon, but it's not like a shit that a professional would use. But it sounds pretty good.
I got this one. I got it for $50. Now it's down to like 30 something bucks. It's pretty good. It's nice and heavy.
Yeah.
Sounds
fucking
pretty
excellent.
decent.
Oh, hey, I'll bring your foam pad for it when I.
Okay,
Skankfest.
it's fine, doggy. Thanks.
He left that here. See, I've always used the analog board, like an analog board with a USB out. Like I have an actual mixer with an EQ over here, and like cables and shit. Because I'm fucking old school. Like I really like having that, but it does run a lot more power to have just a fucking 10-channel mixer on every time we do.
Uh-huh.
But I leave it on with my computer. Like it just stays on. When I cut my computer off, it goes off. But because my computer uses this mixer as an input, basically, if it's not on, everything just goes haywire within my voice meter. If that makes any sense. Anyhow, how about this game in the fourth quarter? Close AF.
It's solid. It's real solid.
This is great. Man. And we said this one was 3.5 points.
Fuck, what was it?
Oh, wow. Yeah. It went to 3, but I think we had it on our in our pick'em league. I think it had them at 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Ba-ba-da-bum. Was he microwaving bacon?
Ah, probably.
Yeah, man. Went to I'm gonna I got invested in that fucking that hibachi, dude. I've always ordered sushi from this place, but I've never ordered anything else from there because it's so expensive. It's like a nicer place, and I was like, you know what, man? Sunday. I usually splurge on Sunday. That's like my me day. It's like, you know what, man? Get that hibachi, dude. And I was eating it. It's so good. I didn't put any of the white sauce on it. Any of the that hibachi stuff.
Jizz. Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
jizz.
got it.
Yeah.
That's sweet, sweet, delicious jizz.
Yeah.
That sauce is dangerous.
Dude. I think it's shrimp sauce, right? It's just so good.
Yeah, it's not okay.
But yeah, I was eating this. It's so good. I didn't even put any of that on it. I'm like, do I need it? It kind of gets in the way of everything else if I use it, I think.
That's a solid endorsement.
Yeah, man. Sunday night football, the return. That's next week's game. Yeah. Well, I like to. I like this idea of the Sunday night football thing, man. Like,
Yeah, this is a fun thing. We were talking about that when you were. I don't know if you could hear us
I couldn't.
while you were gone, but I dig this setup. This is a fun little like additional thing.
Yeah.
I dig this. We could do. I mean, we could just kind of do this on the fly. Like if there's a good Thursday night game, we could do a Thursday
Yeah.
night. If we're not doing neither one of us is doing a gig or whatever.
Right. Uh-oh. Can't get out of his own way. Still got him. Shoestring. Dude, he is not capitalizing on the time that he's got in the pocket, which isn't a lot. But I guess shit, there ain't so much you can do when 4 grown men are trying to kill you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's a short list of things that you can do in that moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
try not to die.
Interference.
Trying to die is number one, and that's what you're, mostly aiming to do.
I'm gonna try not to die, and if I succeed at that, I'm gonna
Then we'll go to
further
whatever
down
step
the
2
field
is.
here.
Yeah. And if I can't do that, then I'll just try not to hand them the ball willingly.
Oh wow! Another pass interference.
Ooh, oh, there it is. Flaggity flag. Shit.
Yeah. There you go. Is that good? Is that in there?
Well, it was moving a little bit, but I think he had it. Yeah. Is he challenging it or are they reviewing it?
Yeah, he's challenging it.
I don't have audio. I don't have audio for the game. I'm just watching it on a screen that doesn't have speakers connected to it. It's the secondary monitor for this computer.
Yeah, they're challenging it. Yeah, it looks like. I mean, it looks like he kind of had it. But he definitely had it after it already touched the ground, but I don't know how they're going to rule that. Man, I'd love to have one of those nice new Chevrolet trucks. But Jesus, please,
Yeah,
man, they think a lot of those things, man.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, just vehicles in general. Dude, the Jeep dropped the Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah.
It starts at $87,000.
Dude.
There is a edition of it that starts at, because there's options, $104,000 for just an American SUV, just an SUV.
You know what's
it's not a Lamborghini.
You could pay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if it was a Lamborghini, I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, of course, it's fucking
yeah.
But it's just a Jeep. Just a Jeep SUV.
This is a
that
Chrysler
starts
vehicle.
at, which means it could probably go up to like 120. Yeah.
It's funny that what you could do is you could spend $10,000 on like an old model Grand Wagoneer and then spend $80,000 in gas driving it. Because what Grand Wagoneers have probably the worst gas mileage of any like regular vehicle that has ever been released.
Dude, I stand by Honda, man. Jeez. I love my car.
I love my car, dude. I get 40 miles to the gallon, dude.
What kind of car do you have again?
Fusion. You know what kind of car I have. You rode in it.
I forget. What was it?
It was a Fusion, Ford Fusion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, imagine he gets a flag for that shit. Okay, so now what? You're able to review passing interference plays?
Not
Yes, yeah, you can challenge that there was or wasn't a pass interference. So if it didn't get called, you can challenge that it didn't get called.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they're calling something.
They
different
just
now.
added that last season, I think.
There's certain ones you can't challenge though, right? Like you can't challenge a holding play, right?
Oh yeah, most penalties you cannot. I think pass interference is the only one you can. If I recall that correctly.
Correctly.
Oh,
If I recall
correctly.
correctly. If I recall correctly.
If I recall correctly.
If I recall correctly. If I recall correctly. I love that. That's easily,
Wow.
you know, that's arguably a top,
Moving the ball.
you know, that's arguably the top blooper of all time. That blooper reel. I want the juice.
I want to run now. I call correct.
I want, and then obviously up there too is Jacqueline.
Wow. That was terrifying.
Jerry Stiller with the hell does that mean? Anyway,
I watched
all that traffic.
I have a boner
Hey.
for sports injuries. So like anytime one of those videos pops up on YouTube that's like, here's the list of all the worst career-ending injuries in the NFL, like I have to watch that shit.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I watched one of those the other day, and there were an alarming number of them that played for Green Bay. Like out of the 30 or so in that video, 10 to 15 of them were Green Bay players. I was like, that's not fucking good. That's not good at all.
Where
You
does
don't
this
play for
stadium-
Green Bay, I guess.
What Indian burial ground is this stadium on?
You're exactly, yeah. Some
Man,
voodoo
they're moving
is
the ball,
on that
dude. This is
shit.
exciting.
Motherfuckers are getting their necks snapped left and right. It's not good.
Do you remember Johnny
It's a
Knox?
close game. This is good. I didn't know, like we were talking about in first quarter, I didn't know if this game was going to get out of hand, but San Francisco stayed in it. It's a good game. Johnny
Green
Knoxville,
Bay's
what are you
moving the
talking about?
ball. It's not like Green Bay has many. It's just that I feel like SF is really taking chunks of time off of the clock.
I got to score real quick here.
This guy. This is the guy whose name
there
I
you
couldn't
go.
Give
pronounce.
themselves time. Oh shit.
Too many Z's and
There you go,
S's
first down.
and Q's in the name. There's-
Yeah. It's
Look at
there's
that.
one vowel in his fucking
What?
name.
Dude.
One.
Do you see how many consonants in a row there are in that motherfucker's last name?
That's all it is.
He went to Harvard, huh? Harvard guy. Name who would you do we?
His
this will be an
jawline
easy-
looks like he went to Harvard,
This-
doesn't it?
This will be an easy one. Which quarterback from that started this year went to Harvard? This is an easy one. I'll give you a hint. He got injured in the first game of this year. And he's played as a quarterback, he's played for the most NFL teams. He's played for 6 different franchises.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's smart, then, huh?
Can you guess? He got injured in the first game. Played for 6 different franchises, and he got injured in the first game. And he went to Harvard.
This is a fun game that I've been playing where I just try to guess what the fucking announcers are saying when they're on the screen or the fucking refs, and I've been pretty good at it. Like I've gotten most of it. I'm pretty good at lip reading, as it turns out.
The answer is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, tackle George Kittle in the fucking end zone.
Well, that'll do.
Touchdown. Oh shit. All right. Okay.
We got a ball
Who was that
game.
running back? Who was that running back?
All right.
Who was this guy? I wonder how many running backs they've used this game. I need to pick up somebody for, dude, my team is my fantasy football team. I'm 2-0 in my big league, but yeesh, I'm gonna lose this week.
Oh,
Looks like.
It's that tackle. That's unfortunate. But also, I don't know if you'd have grabbed him, if you'd have slowed him down enough to keep him out of the end zone anyway. 3-point game. Listen, hit a 67-yarder. You could be a fucking. You could be a hero today.
How much time is left? There's a fourth quarter still left, right? We haven't even started.
But what, 6-7 minutes left in the quarter or something like that?
In the fourth or the third?
Fourth.
I feel like the game went by. I feel like the second half went by really quick. See, I knew that fucking line looked sneaky. Something about this shit. I just fucking like. I don't know, dude. I feel like all sports are fucking fixed.
You've got a lot of conspiracy in you. And I dig it. I dig it.
My parents fled communist countries. What do you expect?
Oh, really? Oh shit. Yeah. Fucking it's in your blood.
My mom was born in 1950 inside she was born in 1950 Germany inside of a Russian-ran German displaced persons camp.
Shit.
Born. She says that like the earliest memory she really has is like remembering how they were able to get a parachute to make a wedding dress out of it.
Oh shit.
So they made a wedding dress out of a parachute. And
Like
there's probably
parachute?
a picture somewhere out there of it, but been unable to track that picture down.
That would be cool as
But yeah.
fuck to find that picture though.
Yeah, when she was a baby, the U.S. basically came and picked up everybody and took them to Ellis Island. And then my mom lived in Michigan for a few years in Dearborn, which has turned all Habibi now. I mean, we're not Arabic, we're not Muslim either, but we're Christians. We're Armenian. Armenians are mostly Christian. But
Praise God.
they were her family was her parents were, I want to say, either Ukrainian or Russian citizens. So they were put into this, they call it a DP camp. Yeah.
What
It
is
was
the like like how do you end up in that camp? Like what? Because I don't know
Yeah.
what a displaced person's camp like. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, so I
Was it
think
like
it
a
was a
post-war
more
thing?
yeah,
Okay.
it was a post-war thing. It was I don't know if they necessarily
All kinds of
considered them like
crazy, shady shit happens after war like
yeah,
that. It's fucking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
not
just
gonna
like,
go as far as
you
to say that
voted
they're
this
like
way one time. You're in fucking jail for 10 years. Like it's fucking. It gets murky.
so I think what happened was this. After the
If you
war
cross the border,
ends,
you're fucked.
after the war ends in Germany, um, Russia pretty much, sticks around and helps control the territory and bring, you know,
Oh no.
you know,
Oh, that's
and
not
like,
good. That was a bad hit.
did he look like he looked like he was knocked out, didn't he? His
Oh
eyes were
yeah,
just open.
he is unconscious.
He looked unconscious, huh?
Yeah, that's not good. That's not
Oh,
good at
he's
all.
out. Oh, he's out. Yeesh, I hate that, man. Oh God,
That's not good at all.
that's Devonte Adams, huh? Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's gonna be concussion protocol for sure.
What happened?
That was a
Devontae Adams
was a-
got knocked the
that was-
fuck out.
that was a poor play.
Yeah, I mean that should definitely have been a personal foul.
It's good to see he's awake. They're gonna cart him off.
What is it about these career-ending Green Bay hits?
Oh shit! Wow.
Oh shit, dude! Fucking hope not. No, I don't think so. I think he just got a concussion, but it was fucking. That was a rough one, man. I don't know how there's no fucking flag on that though. That's crazy.
Like, could you?
That was
count
all helmet. That was all helmet to helmet. Like, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't
Kinda-
think so, based on the way that the coach was screaming at the ref.
I think he went for the ball though too. Like his head hit the ball. I'm not sure if that's correct or not.
I don't know.
Or
I didn't see if it hit the ball or not.
Do you remember Johnny Knox? I think in like 2012, maybe 2011.
I mean, the Johnny
he
Knoxy?
he got carted off the field because his
Snapped in half. Yeah,
back.
yeah. He
like
got
this.
bent literally backwards, like, folded like a goddamn pancake. That's the nastiest shit I've ever
Wow.
seen. Yeah, that was on that video. Yes.
And then remember Shazier from Pittsburgh last year?
Yeah, that got cracked in the
He didn't
fucking
even
back
get cracked.
and
He didn't even get cracked. He barely got.
or did he
tapped.
hit somebody?
No, he got hit, but very,
No, he got
like
hit.
very, very softly, but just in the right spot. And then you could tell like
When
that
he
was the
turned
most-
over, he had floppy
Yes.
legs.
He
Yeah,
had flop
yeah, it was
legs.
gross.
That
It
was
was gross.
so sad.
Yeah.
And he's awake, and he flopped.
Yeah,
his
and
legs
he
flopped.
fuck that.
Oh,
No,
man.
thank you. No,
They thought
thank
he was
you.
never gonna walk again, and then threw the probably took ivermectin and became nice.
What's his situation? He's not ever going to be able to play again, is he?
He's not gonna play again now, but he's.
No, I
I
don't
think
think
he
so.
officially retired, but he was walking around like weeks after. So that's good. It's good enough.
But
I mean, what
not
can you
like
expect?
not like regular walking. Like
No, I think walking just like normal. I think like pretty much walking now. He's fine. He just can't like maybe run or I don't really know. I don't really know exactly, but as far as I know, he's like he's not able to play again, but he's definitely like fine. And which you know what, dude? Look, he had a pretty nice long career too, especially as a defensive player. And I mean, what can you really expect? Like, all right, so you can't fucking walk a little bit.
that's not
after a
good when you
career
have to
in
have
football.
trading people in the
Yeah,
medical
like,
tent.
all right,
Like
this
somebody's gotta
guy's
come
more
out for
important than
somebody
you,
else
white
to
boy.
go
Get
in.
out of
know.
here.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ. All right,
That's
you're done.
rough.
Get out of
He's launched
here. Yeah,
that shit.
injuries. I wonder what it is. Oof.
It's
Yeah, knock his
ironic
ass
that
out.
you were saying that about that, and I said earlier that, like,
Huh.
dude, it seems like every time we turn around, a Green Bay player's on the ground, like, and that's the truth. It's been that way the whole game, isn't
I
it?
don't know if you could say he was going for the ball. That was just all head to fucking
No,
head.
I saw that. No, I saw that other
Yeah.
angle, and that was clearly. I mean,
Yeah, like that's.
I would make a case that a guy like that gets kicked out of the game. Now I get it; it's a fast game, hard. It's hard to, you don't want to,
Yeah,
get.
but
too-
also
too
you
much
can't
of
have that shit happening. You can't, like, that's not okay. It's got to be a harsh enough penalty that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, or that it's super rare, because that's fucking.
Yeah, like
That's the type of shit that, like,
he's back in.
yeah, I'm cool and I come back, but like 25 years from now, they're gonna find him in like a car crash through the side of a building, and he's not gonna remember what happened, and it's gonna be because of what we just saw in this fucking game right now. That's a permanent mark on his brain that's gonna cause him problems later. That's not good.
Dude.
But he
Didn't
passed
he-
the
I mean-
concussion protocol apparently.
Wow, he must have posted some really.
Here's the
that
thing.
shit. They post the
I
slow
will say
results.
this. It hit him on the chin. And getting hit on the chin will knock you out, but it doesn't necessarily cause a concussion. When you get, like, when UFC
guess
fighters get their bell rung, they don't get concussions most of the time. Just from getting
Yeah, because
punched in
your
the chin.
jaw,
But that's just the
nerve in
body
your
response.
jaw-
It just does. Yeah, it just puts you out.
the
so that
nerves
doesn't
in your jaw
necessarily
loosen,
mean
and
that-
that's what it does.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean it shook his brains loose.
Yeah, I mean,
But he was, either way, he was out for a minute.
anytime you
Yeah.
shut the brain off, it's probably never a good thing. But
No,
no,
it's not good, but
I mean, dude, but like, what? It looked like you went to sleep. I mean, if you gotta go to
Yeah.
sleep, like, holy shit, you letting him back in. I mean, the protocol is a protocol. They talk about that shit though, like jokingly sort of, about being really shitty or slow on the test because it tests you against your response times for stuff was when you're normal. So they have a baseline.
do
Sort
it
of like a lie
slow.
detector.
When
I don't know
you're-
what they test for, but they say like the intentionally will, like, kind of like, glaze over or to create a baseline of like slow reaction times or something.
Interesting. So you can, like, set what your own baseline is, so you can have interesting.
So that if like you do get a concussion,
You can
then
still
it's
play.
like
But-
it's still consistent.
But fuck that, man. Like, why would you want to play in that condition? That's so
Bro,
bad. Like, cause what, like,
People don't give
getting
a
a
fuck.
concussion isn't good, but you can recover from that pretty well. Getting hit in the head again while you have a concussion, that's some shit that, like,
That could
does
kill you, for
permanent
sure.
damage to your brain. Yeah.
Remember
No,
Wes
or not
Walker
even
with
kill you,
giant
just
helmet?
like you just aren't the same ever again.
Like fucking Wes Walker with his giant helmet. That's what I'm afraid of. That's going to happen to Cooper Kupp, is because they throw to him so much down the middle of the field
Yeah.
that he's just going to get cracked.
He's
Dude,
so
Cooper
good,
Kupp
though.
is crazy, dude.
He's so fucking good.
Damn.
Buffalo's looking great too, man, with Beasley.
I'm telling you, early fucking prediction, Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really a hot take.
I saw a young Kate
I'm just
Quigley
saying.
also tweeted that today.
Yeah. I mean, come on. they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They got a better quarterback. I mean, what do you expect? Dude, Deshaun Jackson, what time machine did he step into? Holy shit. When he did the combine, is it combine or Columbine?
Yeah, Columbine. What it reminds me of that tragedy.
That's a different thing.
I know. But is it pronounced combine or is it pronounced Columbine?
Yeah.
They pronounce it
Combine.
both ways. I've heard them say it both
The
ways.
combine.
Yeah, well, I think
Okay,
another
so
way they're talking about another kind of shootout.
Idiot. All right, so
I see
combine,
what you did there.
they he ran a 4.35, Deshaun Jackson, at the combine.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, this kid named Eric
That
Harris
was
ran
probably 10 years ago.
ran a 40-20 in the Columbine.
That's what the kids had to run to get the fuck out of there.
I think he was running
Google that. That was his name.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
What was the flag for?
I don't know. His feet ran out from under him.
They're like being a bitch on the quarterback, 5-yard penalty.
He was
Automatic
giving him the
down.
business. What?
What was the call? I didn't catch
Tripping.
it. Tripping? What in the fuck?
Oh, he did trip him. Oh, shit.
Oh.
You can't do that once the quarterback's running.
No, you can't
Even-
trip somebody. You can't just put your foot out and like
He
Which is
Bugs Bunnied
weird,
him, dude.
because you could do the same thing with your hand. If you do that with your hand, that's legal. But doing it with your foot is not.
I thought you just can't do that against linemen. It's fucking retarded. I didn't know you couldn't do that to a running quarterback. So you can't just trip a running back?
I mean, yeah, you Bugs Bunny this dude, just throw your leg out there. I guess that it is kind of easy. See, Netflix banned it.
Just
This
white
wouldn't
kick
this wouldn't
everybody who
happen.
comes by.
This wouldn't
Yeah,
happen if
fuck
there
yeah.
was a guy with a bat. Oh,
Exactly. He was taking care
wow.
of that a long time ago.
Here's
Oh
the thing
no,
about
that's
the
a
bat.
fumble.
Here's the thing
I
about the
think it
bat
was
too.
forward
Can you use the
pass.
bat to trip him?
I don't know what it was. You certainly can't use the bat for tripping. No, that would be against the rules. Yeah, it hit somebody dead in the chest with the bat.
What's
Best case
I don't know,
scenario.
man.
What is
Best
might
case
have forward
scenario,
motion
that's
on that.
grounding, but it looks like he was pulling it back in.
Oh, the tuck rule?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
the
Trigger.
old tuck.
The good old tuck rule. But he loses it. So yeah, that's the tuck rule right there. That's so gay. Raiders know all about that tuck rule, huh?
I can't even think about anything else. I'm still worked up over this Wisconsin rivalry that's coming around soon. Can't
It's the
even
best rivalry in the
concentrate.
country. That's what they say, man. That is what they say. Oh
Can't even
shit!
concentrate
Blasted
anymore.
through there.
How many times have Auburn and Alabama played each other?
A bunch.
A lot.
It's probably 40 years older. 50 years older than them.
Yeah. Also Princeton has
And
the
how many
most
times-
national championships.
And how many times? That's just a recent rivalry though with Auburn and Alabama. Like not recent, but like how often is Auburn that good? How many times have they beaten Alabama?
Alabama hasn't always been good.
Well,
We've
how many
only been
times-
real
what's
good
the
twice for a
head-to-head?
real long time each time.
Clemson and South Carolina have been playing since 1896.
Clemson Carolina is a huge rivalry. See, I think it's cute. Now, I would say that maybe the Ohio State Michigan rivalry may be somewhat
Oh, shit.
comparable.
Carolina's been around since 1801.
Yeah,
No, they're hella the original USC.
of course.
Shit. By a wide margin.
Yeah, see, what's funny is that the University of Alabama started off as a
Another Green
hog
Bay.
calling group.
He's limping off the field.
Alabama established in 1820.
Okay, so they've played.
Yeah, 79 years. University of Southern California was founded in
Yeah.
1880. Carolina's the original USC by almost a fucking century.
Yeah.
Those poor sons of bitches should have meant something. You know what I'm saying? You should have done better. It's all like you had Steve Spurrier and you wasted him. Like you should have done something.
Man, I don't know that it's so much as Steve Spurrier's fault. I think that just South Carolina's cursed.
No, it's not.
Man.
No, it's not. It's not his fault. What I'm saying is, that's the greatest coach they'll ever have had access to, and they couldn't get the talent on the field to make use of that good of a coaching talent. Because he should have been the guy that led Carolina to, at the very least, an SEC championship one year. Well, that's probably a flag.
Wait, what the fuck
Well,
happened?
that seems
Did they
like
give
it
the
should
ball
have
up?
flagged.
Or did Green Bay move it?
Yeah, no, they lost the ball on that fumble.
Oh, they what? Oh, there was a fumble. The one that they were talking about, was it the pass forward? They called it a fumble.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's bullshit. That they should have called it a fumble in the fucking. Oh man,
Well,
why would you go?
as the crow flies, a touchdown and a field goal would win this game with like 2.5 minutes left for San Francisco, dude.
Well, that's the thing too. Right now, it's like
It'd win, but they will not cover, obviously.
with 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock, do you go for it here?
I mean, the field goal's already done.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you go for? Oh, what the fuck just happened here?
Nah, honestly,
go
at the
for it
way
first?
the way that San Francisco's been playing,
I mean, they've been moving the
And-
ball.
yeah, but I think they still feel like they'd have time to get the ball back with,
Enough for a field goal, because then a field goal.
Oh well, yeah. I guess you
Yeah.
you definitely want the field goal. No, you're right about that actually, because yeah.
All right. This drive is the game. San Francisco burns up all the clock and scores at the end. That's kick a PAT and you fucking take the win. They won't cover. You're right. There's no way that they cover, but they could win it.
That was such a sneaky line. I thought,
Uh-huh.
imagine SF
3.5.
wins this game
It's
with a
like
touchdown, but Green Bay
It's like
covers.
the 8-point line in the Carolina game. It's like
7.5
oh, shit.
liner.
Oh. Yeah.
Or like the 6.5 line. Or like the
There were 2 7.5s in this one, weren't there?
that Tampa Bay
Yeah.
one was sneaky. I should have known better. I should have picked the Rams. I knew for some reason that Rams were gonna cover that
They're-
stupid
They're
1.5 spread.
fucking roll, man.
I mean, are we talking best team in the NFL?
I would argue for sure. Yeah, week 3, yes.
Like
Yes.
maybe not the best offense, maybe the number 2 offense, but definitely the best overall.
Yeah,
team.
the best overall,
like-
yeah.
Top 5 defense, maybe when it gets down to the nitty gritty, because like they're not even really playing hard.
They don't feel like they've been stressed at any point.
I think they've only lost after taking the lead. I think they've only lost the lead once after taking it against whoever they played last week. I want to say that was a close game, right?
They beat the fucking champs by 10, and it's not like this year has not looked like a rebound year for Tampa Bay. He threw 9 touchdowns in the first 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Like Tampa Bay was rolling, and
Holy
they beat
shit!
it. So like that's a
Yes,
Kittle's on.
sir.
oh shit,
Yes, sir.
breaking chunks off. How many 20+
Now-
yard fucking catches does he have? He's got to be in the
Now-
top 10 in the NFL, like of all time already. He gets so many of those big ass yard plays.
Yeah, I've
Now
had him a
do
few
you-
years.
Now what do you do? Now you don't want to give the ball up with too much time to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
No.
run that shit up the throat.
No, you do
Run
not.
that clock off. Run that. You
Yeah.
got four plays right now to put points on the board.
Wait, do you see what happened to the clock? It went down to 2 seconds, and then it switched back to 2 minutes. Did you see that?
I see that it's 2
Nah.
minutes now, but I did see that it was
The
counting
clock
down.
got all fucky. It went like it was counting down, and then all of a sudden it said it had 2 seconds.
It's probably somebody was inputting it manually,
And put it in backwards. Yeah.
or it was just like he hit the 2 and then had to hit the 0-0 to go to the next 2 slots.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
This would be a huge win if they can pull this off. Though, as I've noted, they will not cover this. That will still be massively impressive.
Yeah, this either sets San Francisco on a trajectory for the rest of the season, or it's a stumble that may or may not
Or
have
does
a
the
huge
same
thing. But
thing.
if Green Bay wins, obviously, yeah, exactly.
In the
Then
opposite
they're
direction.
like, okay, we're back in step, and Green Bay's moving because they
Yeah.
played well. Whoever wins this game, nobody sucked in this game. They both just played really well. Old long-haired Aaron Rodgers.
Long hair and Rodgers. That's right.
I love that shit.
I'm telling you, man. I think this Olivia Munn shit might be on his mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So wait. So Olivia Munn is dating John Mulaney right now, right?
Yeah, I think they're
Pregnant with his
engaged
baby.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
She's pregnant with John Mulaney's baby.
Okay. And who was she dating before?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Russell?
Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, A-Rod.
Really?
Why
How
would
long
I?
did- how long
why
did they
else?
date, though?
Yeah,
No, I
Aaron
know, I
Rodgers
know,
isn't
I
like
know
a
you
fan of TMZ or nothing. Like
No, I know.
That's not his
I
interest.
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure which quarterback he was.
They dated.
But how long did they date for, really?
Like it famously, I think for a couple years at least, right? Like
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 years.
it was an
a while.
extended period of time.
Well, it must be that he must have just been getting way too much gash. I mean, come on. He must have been fucking all the hoes. And then Mulaney's like the complete opposite.
What year is this? He must be getting some gash, fucking all the hoes.
I mean, Mulaney's probably the complete opposite. He's probably a fucking beta cunt.
What is this? 1989?
I mean, I would argue yes. They
Oh,
are very
wow.
opposite ends of the spectrum as far
Wow.
as personality. That was an amazing catch.
Either way, my
Wow.
our picks are still safe pretty much because you got to figure that's going to be either Green Bay wins this or they lose by a point.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're not going to cover either way.
What a fucking catch!
Wow.
Hot
This-
damn.
I really like how this game's going, man. By the way, what a not really a better game to start this. Look at that.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this was the game
This
to
is-
kick this shit off. This is an excellent game.
Yeah. Man. George Kittle. I always say Greg Kittle.
Oh, wait, what? Is George Kittle?
Did you just say George Kittle?
I thought it is Greg
Yeah.
Kittle. Oh, he's in.
No.
Holy shit. Wow.
Oh
this
my
game, dog.
God, dude. In 37 seconds. But 37 seconds for the Packers to get a
That's
field
enough
goal.
for a field goal. That's enough. This game isn't over.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
Wow.
Yowzer.
Also, they could miss this PAT.
Even
It's
more
not
yowzer.
super likely, but that also, yeah, just like overtime guaranteed.
What's crazy is I have it's still on over here on my PlayStation, but on my computer here I have it muted, so I still have like I can't really hear it that good because it's low, so I can sort of hear what's I
back
could
there.
look over here and see what's
Oh,
gonna
they didn't
happen in
miss
a
it.
couple of plays, but I'm trying not to because. Yeah, I'm trying not to because I wanted. I don't know.
Why are they playing so
Yeah,
far
don't.
into the end
And
zone?
certainly don't say anything.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not. I'm
playing
looking at
so
just this
far in the end
monitor
zone,
now. Like
dude.
I can't even see the TV. This is a 40-inch
Yeah.
monitor that's in front of me. By the way, like
It's not a monitor, it's a television.
this is a 40-inch TV
Yeah.
in front of me right now that I'm using for a monitor.
Yes,
Dave has
that's
seen
correct.
it. It's impressively massive. I'm accommodating
It's
for
a
how
big
small
TV.
my penis is.
Penals. It's not that it's small. It's just that it's like pushed up in there, and it's like hard to get to.
Yeah, you gotta like Tiffany Haddish said it on Kill Tony.
Gotta
one
get
time.
in
You
there.
gotta like cut it out. You know, you gotta cut the dick out.
You gotta like push up here and solve the Hellraiser puzzle.
You gotta like
and-
press down on the sides, and it'll just like.
Yeah.
Booted that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
37 seconds, and
All right.
Aaron Rodgers
All
to
right.
come out here and do some
And
shit.
no timeout.
Wow, yeah, no timeouts either. Fuck, that sucks.
Oh shit.
All right. 68-yarder. That's it.
Yeah.
First 73-yard kick.
He had the record
Ever
for
in the
2
NFL.
hours. That was
So the most recent record happened like that. It wasn't that close. I think it was like the next week. But
Oh my god.
whoever Whoever
Oh
hit
my
the
God.
63-yarder and whoever hit the 64-yarder, that was amazing. Oh shit! I guess his brains are
Wow.
okay. I guess his brains are all right.
I mean,
Like that shit.
you just let Devontae Adams just like
Just
how
run
do you
loose in the
allow
fucking
that?
middle.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
absolutely.
Dude.
This is amazing. This is such a good game.
Dude, it is.
Fuck,
How
I
do
don't remember
you
what it's
get him?
called.
Oh, what a throw.
At least that's field goal range right there.
Actually, that was
Almost.
an amazing play. Holy shit. And that was an amazing throw. Holy shit.
Just over the fucking tips of that guy's fingers. Hot damn.
Oh, I hope you don't throw a pick.
Comfortably, you want at least another 10 yards. Ooh.
I just looked at the other TV and I can't. All I saw was how much time was left. I don't know what's happening. I gotta fucking not pay attention to it. God. Kumbaya, Green Bay, Kumbaya.
Yeah, why is Valdez on the sideline right now? Is he injured? I mean, he has his helmet in his hand. 3rd and
I don't
10.
know.
Oh my God. Get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there. Wow, dude. Get in there.
All right, shit. He did his job. Oh, shit.
Fuck, dude.
They're going to free 3 times?
Jimmy Garoppolo is so upset right now. They're just going to ice him 3 times in a row. Yes, absolutely. You might as well.
100%.
Yes, you absolutely should.
Nah, this silver fox has got it, dude. How old is fucking Crosby, dog? He is technically the oldest player in the NFL, isn't he? Really? Yeah. I guess you don't really get too many opportunities to kick a 58-yarder.
Crosby,
Anyway.
is that a guy? Is that the famous NFL kicker that got caught drugging a bunch of ladies' drinks?
That's the one. That's exactly the one.
Bill Crosby?
It's in. Wow.
Yeah.
What a game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
What a game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 51 yards. Not bad. Not a bad ending.
You know what, man? There ain't no shame in losing that game.
No,
Nah.
fuck no. Absolutely. Like I said,
Man.
that nobody lost this game because they weren't good. That was just a title fight, and somebody ended up just that much ahead.
I gotta say
That
this,
was a
man.
great fucking game.
The 49ers really stepped it up a fuckload after they figured out that nonsense they
Yeah.
had going on in the beginning where they weren't giving their quarterback any time at all to make any decisions. And man, seriously though, what better start to this thing that we're doing than this game, dude. This is like they knew we were
Down
going to
the
do
fucking
this.
wire.
It's ideal.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys.
Well, hell yeah, boys.
All right.
What you reckon we take this old bird out back and put a bullet in it?
Yep. Lay her down.
Yeah, lay her down. Lay her on down and out.
All right. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Let's do it again soon. And
A lot
then
of fun indeed.
Tuesday, obviously.
Yep. See y'all again Tuesday. Our social medias are all over there on the side of the screen. You see them. Go follow us at all the places.
Find us, follow us.
Subscribe to this channel. Thumb it up or down. I don't give a shit. Put a finger on it.
Just put your fingers somewhere.
Put your fingers in it.
Later.
All right. Later.
Bye, y'all.
Da-da-da.